Hello there. Can you hear me? I hope you can. I very much hope you can, because I haven't streamed for a while, actually. And hello to the Gaming Geek. Hello, Abrogator. Hello, Napkuchen. Yes, I remember how to say your name. Very good. Yes, you can hear me. Wonderful, wonderful. That's great. And Ahmad, hello. And wow, there's a lot of people right here. Oh, that's wonderful. I love that. That is great. And Alexander, it's been a while. How's it going? I'm doing pretty well. Yeah, thank you very much. I am very excited to get into this stream. It's been a while, as I say. So yeah, we're gonna have a pretty good time here, I think. And hopefully what I'm gonna do, and this is a thing that I'm gonna try to be a little bit more active on, is I'm trying to get a bit more gameplay included in the stream, because obviously most of the time I just stand around doing nothing, basically just interacting as much as I can, and I love doing that, don't get me wrong. I really enjoy interacting, because I think that's you know what a stream is all about. But I gotta get some more gameplay in here, you know? I gotta get some more gameplay in here. So I'm gonna try to be a little bit more, shall we say, a little bit more active. That's not really, it's just a case of me getting a bit better at everything. And Alexander, thank you very much. Thank you very much for joining as a member. That is very, very nice of you. And I hope you enjoy your little icon. I still haven't actually scaled up the emoji, so that's actually kind of sad, but I've just been busy. That's why I haven't been streaming, unfortunately. But yeah, I really appreciate you becoming a member, and hopefully I will be able to scale those emoji up relatively soon. I think you can use it by doing colon and then reform, and then you'll get like a drop down menu or something like that. If I actually post something here, you can see, for example, something like this. What is this? Wait a minute, how do I post it? There we go. Yeah, you can barely see that, right? Yeah, you can barely see it. Ugh, it's absolutely awful. I am so sorry. Anyway, yeah, I thank you very much. I really appreciate it. And Napkuchen, hey, thank you very much for the super. And Walter, thank you very much for the super too. Whoa, everyone's being super nice right now. I really appreciate that. I really do. Michael says, I just started playing, or Mikkel, no, not entirely sure. Just started playing Bannerlord after being away since last summer. This is a completely different game, and I'm totally overwhelmed. I put 60 hours into Bannerlord last summer, and now I'm lost. Oh, don't worry. I haven't played for a bit of time as well, so we're going to be in the same boat. No problem at all right there. But yeah, anyway. Let's get on into something, shall we? Alright, so there's no caravan quest here, unfortunately. So what we're going to do is we're probably going to just go straight on into a tournament. Because let's face it, what we want to do is we want to get to the top of the leaderboard, do we not? I need another 11 victories to be able to knock Thomond off the top score. Yeah, not a big fan of that guy, so we'll see if we can knock him off, shall we? Anyway, let's just join this. Oh dear. Alright, this might be a little bit problematic. Anyway, after this particular tournament, I'm very much hoping that even if I fail to achieve victory here, I will hope to get a caravan up and running. Because a caravan, that's going to be wonderful. We're going to be able to have some people running around. Obviously, they're not going to give me trade skill as far as I'm aware, but yeah, we're going to see what happens with that. Anyway, there is a wonderful horse available here as a reward too, so I'm very much looking forward to getting that. That's going to be so significant in terms of our cash increases, because we can sell it, obviously. We can sell it for a massive amount. King of Memes says, I'm rewatching your Viking Conquest series and thought I'd say thanks for the years of entertainment. Thank you very much. Hey, that's really nice of you. And yeah, I'm very pleased that you can actually rewatch a series like that, and it's still holding up, you know? It's still holding up and being fun to watch. I really appreciate that. That really means a lot. Anyway, here we go. I'm going to go straight on into the tournament. Let's see what okay. Bear in mind, I haven't played for a while, so I am going to be possibly even worse than normal, or I might be actually better than normal. Oh, wow. Look at that. I actually got a kill. Can you believe it? Whoa. Would not have expected that in a million years. Now I'm jumping in, you see. Now I'm jumping in way too hard right here. Way too hard. Alright, not too bad, not too bad. I've got to get used to the timing of the game again as well, because let's face it, I've been playing We Who Are About to Die quite a bit, and it's got a different timing to the whole thing. So I'm going to have to be a bit more careful about how I attack here. There's a lot more weight to the swings in Bannerlord. You know, it's more fast-paced, I think, in We Who Are About to Die, so I've got to be a bit more aware of that, but I feel like that might have actually made me into a slightly better combatant. I'm not sure. I don't know. Maybe you'll see whether that's the case, or maybe we will all see actually whether that is the case, because that's gonna be hilarious. Oh, I just killed Pelosaur. I'm so sorry, Mr. Pelosaur. He's not gonna like me now, is he? He's really not gonna like me. And so Wolfsalot says, the good old Vlandins. I fought alongside them until the king bit the dust and I took his crown. Ooh, very nice. I like it. I love usurping the crown. That's a super fun thing to do. And hey, Sleeth. Oh, it is so good to see you, Sleeth. It really is. And hello there. You say, I actually managed to catch a stream for once. No pressure, but you'd better win. I hope, yeah, see now that's the thing. No, whenever anyone says no pressure, you know what that does? It just adds 10 times the amount of pressure. Oh my. Yeah, but there you go. And thank you very much once again for becoming a member. You've been a member for 36 months. What a beast. What a beast. Wow. That's very much appreciated. And thank you so much, Sleeth. It's really nice to see you. Hey, Ethan. Hey, you're back? Yes, I am. I am back, and we are hopefully going to win. Sleeth has told me that I must win. So, there we go. That is what we will do. We will try our very hardest to achieve victory in the tournament. And let me just see if I can get a wonderful little... that actually... I think that crossbow shot might have actually hit the guy. Yeah, it would have hit him if he had stayed up. That was actually hilarious. Shouldn't be using my crossbow here, though, to be fair. Oh, never mind. Apparently my forces are actually not doing too badly. Apparently I don't need to really help them that much, which is amazing in itself. Defense is a lot more important in Bannerlord than We Who Are About to Die. I mean, technically, yeah, you know, you do need to block quite a bit in that game, but you can actually achieve victory quite handily if you just, you know, dodge away and attack and, you know, be a little bit careful with the range of people's, you know, abilities and melee and so on. Anyway, Matt says hello, and I'm saying hello to you. Thank you very much for joining us here. Mikkel says, I married the daughter for a queen/clan leader. Do I inherit the kingdom if she dies or has an accident? Has an accident. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Has an accident. Yeah, actually, I'm not entirely sure on that. I have never, ever seen that happen, but I'm going to assume perhaps. I'm going to assume yes, maybe. I think that would actually be very cool if it did. I think that would be wonderful if it did, in actual fact. But, yeah, not entirely sure on that. Oh, nice headshot. I don't know what's going on here. I'm getting good headshots with my crossbow. Apparently, playing We Who Are About to Die has increased my crossbow accuracy surprisingly. It shouldn't have, all things considered. Oh, Thomond is here. He is the leader in the tournaments, hilariously enough. Okay, yeah, he's gonna actually murder me. Is he? Is he? No, he's not. Get that out of here. Thank you very much. Yes, sir. You are now dead. Oh, now I'm actually going to have to fight another lord. Yes, this is not going to be too good. Kevin says, I've been watching for a while. First time I've caught a stream. Better win. Yeah, I'm going to try my best. I'm going to try. Alright, here we go. Let's see if I can win against this guy. Allery, I don't know how good he is. Oh, we got a lance. Alright, alright. We should be alright here. If I can... maybe we can kind of corner him against a wall or something like that. Maybe that's going to work out quite nicely. If I don't actually kill myself by running into a wall and then having him, you know, lance me in the back. Because that happens. Let's face it. That happens way too much to me. Thank you. I'm actually not wanting to take him off the mount. Because if I take him off the mount, I find that the AI is so incredibly good at what they do. They're very, very good at timing their attacks, and they're going to use your speed against you, you know? That's what they tend to do, at least for me. So I'm going to try and keep him on his mount as much as I can, even though generally, if he had a sword, I think I'd probably try and take him off his mount. But as it stands, I think it's pretty good to leave him where he is. So we can just poke him to death a little bit. I mean, we've done some pretty good damage to him so far, and if I just aim for the head or just try to, well, try to avoid his shield, that's the best thing that we can possibly do, I suppose. There we go. Come on now. Can we, I think we can actually eliminate him. Yep, there we go. Nice. Look at that. A little headshot to end the tournament there. And we actually won. Can you believe it? Now, obviously, I'm not really doing this for the bets or the money from the bets or anything like that. It doesn't really give me that much. However, the horse that we're getting, oh yeah, that's going to pay off. That's going to pay off really nicely. All right. So Wolfsalot says, also I'm at work right now, so I won't be commenting much during the stream. Oh, no worries. No worries. Just enjoy as much as you can. And just have a nice time. Flippy Tunes says Khan's Guards or Fian Champions. Are you talking about Khan's Guards? Like, are you talking about the Khuzait? Let me actually just have a look-see here. Khuzait Khan's Guards. Oh, I'm going to go for Khan's Guards. I'm going to go for Khan's Guards. For me personally, I think these are fantastic, but you got to bear in mind that there's upsides to both of those, because obviously the Fian Champions, they're probably going to be better in melee. So if you're going for like a one-unit army, I'd highly recommend going for the Fian Champions. Although, if you're not going for that many sieges, for example, then the Khan's Guards are going to be great, because they are just the absolute kings of field battles. They are amazing. You can check out the Khuzait Khanate series on my channel. There's a playlist, I think 80 videos or something like that, where we basically only use Khuzait units, and they are amazing at winning battles. They really are. Obviously, it has changed rather significantly since that time, but they're really, really good. Anyway, yeah, hopefully that answers your question. Hey, Simon. Hey, you say hello there. I finally modded Bannerlord, and I kind of went crazy with the quality of life mods. I don't blame you. I don't blame you. There are so many amazing mods out there, and you know, it's very hard to resist, in my opinion. It's very hard to resist those kinds of things. Anyway, we're just going to actually sell all of this stuff. I don't think there's anything here that I really want. I don't think... Oh, wait a minute. Mr. Carragher needs an upgrade. And Laria as well, and we do have Pelisor as well. Oh, look at that, he actually needed a whole bunch of upgrades. Okay, it's good that I didn't just sell all this stuff then, isn't it? Okay, so we're just going to sell that for 3,500, pretty nice. And bear in mind, we actually were doing smithing too, so that's pretty cool. Anyway, Erlen, Erlen, hey, how you doing? Nice to see you here. Jiva says, hello, I've been watching you for 10 years and still enjoying what you do. Thank you. Wow, 10 years. That is incredible. I very much appreciate the support. I really do. That is just... that's the thing. When someone says something like that, I just get speechless. Absolutely speechless. But I really appreciate it. And Sleeth, yes, your demands have been met. I tried. Could you tell in that the round against Thomond? Could you tell I was sweating. I was sweating bullets right there. I was thinking to myself, oh no, I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die, and I'm gonna disappoint everyone. Oh no, that is I'm gonna dishonor my entire family. Yeah, you know, even though I don't really have a family right now. I mean, I've basically just got some companions, but yeah, there you go. Anyway, let's have a look. Radek says, first stream I have ever caught of yours. This is gonna be great. Oh well, I I hope it will be. I hope it will be. And Sleeth says, unrelated, but looking forward to Blood Bowl 3. Indeed I am. I am very much looking forward to Blood Bowl 3. I love Blood Bowl. Played a whole bunch of the original Blood Bowl, the Legendary Edition and the Chaos Edition. And then I played a bunch of Blood Bowl 2. To be fair, wasn't that good at it. I think I might be a little bit better at it now. I think I might have kind of refined the way that I think about the game. I don't know. Maybe that's just me. But I think that's going to be super fun, actually. I think that Blood Bowl 3 is looking really, really nice. And for me personally, I'm not sure about the whole arena thing, because the way that they're doing the arenas now in the new game, they're kind of making them have certain attributes and certain events that can happen during the match. and I think that that can add a whole degree of RNG that I'm not... I mean, obviously Blood Bowl is kind of RNG based most of the time. It's, you know, it's dice based after all, but I feel like adding that additional layer of RNG to the arena, that is making things maybe a bit too much, if you know what I mean. So I'm not sure if I'm agreeing with that, but I'm going to be very interested to see how it goes. And I am excited about it. I'm definitely excited about it. So yeah, I will try actually to get some footage of it. Maybe on the channel. I'm not entirely sure just yet because I don't know when it actually comes out, but we'll see. Simon says it would be interesting that down the line a modder makes a feature where you can assist in the siege defense without being directly tied to the faction. Would be interesting for extra renown. Yeah, I think that would actually be pretty cool, but I guess you're going to have to declare war possibly against that that attacking faction. Maybe, or maybe if you're kind of like a bandit kind of thing going on, I'm not entirely sure, but whatever the case, I think I'm gonna probably just do a bunch of smelting right here, just to get a whole host of parts unlocked. Then we're just gonna wait here for some time, get my stamina back, and we're gonna do some more smithing. I actually did level up. I should have probably done that before we went into the tournament, but I was kind of excited to go in there, so I kind of forgot about it, didn't I? And Alo Taibi, hey, welcome to the stream. Thank you for joining us. And make sure you hit that like button. Thank you very much, Rolf. Thank you very much. That's very much appreciated. That does help out. That does help out a great deal. Sleeth says, I know, been a while since it was on the channel. I'd love to see a Reformian League if there was enough of us. Whoa, yeah, that would be so cool. That would be really, really cool. Those matches do take quite a long time, unfortunately, so that would be the only thing that would kind of be limiting, but I would love to do that. I think that that is super, super fun. I'm not sure how long I've been watching, but I have a vivid memory of you using the winged great helm and Warcleaver in Warband that made me buy the game many years ago, says King of Memes. Ah, yes, indeed. I remember the moose helm. I do indeed remember the moose helm. That was such a fond memory for me. Actually, the 10th anniversary series, I actually did get the moose helm again, and I wore that the entire time we were going through. That was a lot of fun. I'm actually not sure whether we should go for athletics here. I'm thinking we probably will, and then I'm going to spec... I'm actually not entirely sure what to spec in. Should I go for some vigor? Maybe I should go for some vigor. I'm not entirely sure about that, actually. I'm going to go for endurance instead, primarily because I just want to get my smithing and my athletics up. And obviously, riding skill, not really caring that much about riding skill right now, but the other two definitely going to be quite useful for us. Flippy Toon says, what is your favorite house in Game of Thrones? Well, I think generally because I've actually recently seen the House of the Dragon, I think I'm going to have to... I'm going to have to say Targaryens, right? I'm going to have to say Targaryens. I mean, just because I've seen that the most recently. And, you know, they're kind of cool. I really liked Matt Smith's portrayal of Daemon. I thought he was absolutely amazing in that role. But obviously, you know, depends. Depends on what you like out of a character, I guess. Anyway, let me have a look what else here. Abdur, hello, and welcome to the stream. You should try a series where you try to win with the worst or obscure units in the game, like only using Battanian units for cavalry, says 20 good men. Yeah, I'm going to need 20 good men, actually, to do that. No. Anyway, yeah, that actually would be a pretty cool idea. I actually had the idea that maybe what would be fun is like a rescuer kind of thing. I was thinking of that maybe for the next series if I'm not doing a total conversion or something like that. So, you know, something where we basically just go, hey, you know what? I'm going to go and I'm just going to fight bandits, going to recruit the bandits, and then any other like rescued prisoners that I gain, I'm just going to continue converting. So I'm going to convert bandits, I'm going to rescue imprisoned units, I'm going to basically just get that. And that's the only way that I can get units. I think that might be a really fun way to go about it. Obviously, I'm not sure how that's going to really go. Now that you mention Companions Only, 20 Good Men, I did do a Companions Only series, I believe, in Bannerlord. Think I did, at least. It was a while ago, I think. It was a while ago. I think I had... I reached the maximum amount that I could increase with with mods, which at the time was 84, or why do I always say 84? I think it is 84, but I think someone else said that it was 104 or something like that that I had in the end. So I had 104 companions or something. Something crazy like that. I don't know. It was something along those lines. So yeah, there is a playlist on the channel, probably called something like Companions or something. I don't know. I can't remember now, but I'm pretty sure, which is awful. That is very, very bad, isn't it? Oh yes, I'm gonna need to get more of this. So I'm thinking I'm actually gonna start doing some smithing with someone else. I'm thinking maybe Karaga could be a relatively good backup smith to try and make some additional iron, because that's exactly what we need right now, which is kind of sad. Or Pelisor. Pelisor might be an okay guy to do that with me, but oh well. For now, let's just make these two and see what happens. Maybe I'm going to be able to unlock a couple of extra pieces. Yeah, we did get some extra pieces, which is actually not too bad. Oh, that's actually a nice blade. I think that's much better than what I was using before. That's pretty cool. As you can see, it actually uses iron once again, but it uses steel now instead, which is quite nice. And we also have this, but once again, this uses iron. So let me just actually see if I can make it so that we are not using iron any further. Let me see. I'm going to have to scale things back quite dramatically. Maybe one of these. Yeah, we're going to have to scale the blade back, I think. Ooh, that's sad. Oh, that's really sad. Okay, so we can make one. Wow, we're scaling it back way too hard, in my opinion. Yeah, I mean, we could do this. We could do something like this. I guess that's going to be the only thing that I can really do, unfortunately. Yeah, that is kind of sad, isn't it? Yeah, oh well, never mind. Anyway, let me see what else is going on here. Radek says, Arcane Deathbloom was what brought me to the channel. Lost count how long I've been around. Whoa, yeah, that is a long time ago. I think Fantasy Calradia. That's something that I actually very rarely mention. I should really mention Fantasy Calradia much more. I always found that to be an exceptional mod. If you're into, you know, flinging spells and summoning undead armies and all kinds of really, really cool fantasy-based classes, yeah. That is definitely the mod for you, and I had a bunch of fun playing Arcane Deathbloom for sure, and also Veteran as well. Veteran the Blessed, of course, my paladin / cleric character. I thought that was a lot of fun too. And yeah, that's a long time. So thank you very much for the support over the years. And Zero, hey, it's nice to see you. Welcome to the stream, and hopefully you're gonna have a good time here, because I'm doing smithing, as you might expect. Yes, indeed. Anyway, let's just do a little bit of charcoal here, and I'm actually gonna go and see if I can do something with Mr. Pelisor. I'm gonna see if maybe he can smelt some stuff. I'm actually not entirely sure. What gives him the best skill? That's the question here. What gives him the best skill? I mean, actually, wait a minute. Let me just take a quick look, because maybe they've spawned a couple of extra companions that might actually be somewhat useful now, because I know before we were looking for a smithing companion, and there just never was one available, and that kind of makes me a bit sad, because having a smithing companion at this point would really make a huge difference to our overall production or productivity, shall we say. So I'm actually very much looking forward to finding one, but it's highly unlikely in my opinion. Yeah, it doesn't look to be likely. Yeah, I don't really want to spend too long actually looking at this, but yeah, I don't think so. I think some of them will have to perish before others are actually... Thought I saw Wainwright. Oh, Wainwright near the top. This guy? Oh no, wait a minute. Yeah, Wainwright is an engineer, as you can see right here, unfortunately. It's sad, isn't it? Yeah, I feel like there should always be a companion that can potentially be the thing that you need. This guy, whoa, that guy's a good medic, actually. That guy is a really, really good medic. Well, never mind. Hey, no worries. You know, you don't have to apologize, T. Dunbar. You don't have to apologize at all. No. I appreciate the help, to be honest, because I'm gonna miss it. You know, I'm probably gonna miss it. Let's face it, it's me. After all, you never know. Yeah, but I think I've basically gone through all of these at one point or another, and unfortunately, we're just not getting lucky with finding that smithing companion. Actually, wondering whether there's gonna be maybe a lord or a lady or something like that maybe will be good in smithing, and then maybe I'll be able to marry them or something, and then we'll see whether that can actually help us out. Nick says, with the infantry mod, or what do you mean by inf mod? I'm not entirely sure what you mean by that, but I did have, I think it's Chaos's Tweaks. I think it was Chaos's Tweaks at the time where I was in the Companions Only series, if that's what you were talking about. And yeah, I basically just increased the companion bonus that you gain from your clan tier. That was the way that I increased it at the time. But that was pretty much it. I didn't use anything else for it. Okay, so we're back at this. I guess I am going to have to actually decide on someone. So I guess Karaga might actually be the one to go for here because he's also our scout, so it kind of makes sense. Do I still need an engineer, Abdur? I think I might still I might still need an engineer, but I'm not going to be doing any sieges for a while, so I'm not sure. Actually, am I the engineer? Wait a minute, let me actually just take a quick... No, I'm not the engineer. Yeah, I do need an engineer, so I guess getting the Wainwright would probably be a good idea, right? Yeah, it would probably be a good idea, but for now, I'm just going to have Karaga do a little bit of charcoal, and there you go, he's going to get up to 9. Oh, it's going to take him way too long, isn't it? Yeah, it's going to take him way too long to do that. Let's just get a little bit more charcoal there, and then we can just smelt some things just to get some much needed materials in actual fact. Yeah, that's really going to help us. Okay, Scientistic says, have you tried the realistic battle mod? If yes, do you prefer it over the vanilla experience? Okay, this might be a slightly controversial opinion, but for me personally, I don't really get on with the realistic battle mod. I think what it's trying to do is absolutely fantastic. I think it's great. Don't get me wrong, I think that improving the AI's combat ability is always something that should be lauded. I think that's great, you know, fantastic. However, I do feel like sometimes it can make the AI a bit too supernaturally good, and in doing so, it kind of saps a bit of enjoyment from the game for me. And that's obviously not a... That is not a, like a... it's not a, you know, it's not like a bad thing, obviously, because it's very much dependent on your own personal preference. Because for me personally, I like being able to actually hit enemies, and I don't like it when, for example, when I've used the realistic battle mod, I have had situations where I'm in a siege and I'm attempting to shoot them from behind, right? So I've gotten into the courtyard. I'm looking at these guys. I'm thinking, okay, who am I gonna take out with my bow? You know, I'm trying to do some sniping, and I'm gonna see what I can do. And then as soon as I try to do this, well, what actually happens? Well, as soon as I try to aim at them, they turn around. As soon as the arrow is in flight, they turn around and they all block at the same time. And obviously, yeah, sure, you know, that's absolutely fine if they're already looking at me. But what happens is they do it on a dime. They basically do it as soon as the arrow is in the air. They just turn around instantly and block it. And for me personally, that doesn't feel that organic, if you know what I mean. Because regular people are either going to be already looking at me, you know, so they're going to look at a threat, of course. You know, they're going to look at a threat. Or they're just going to allow the arrow through. And that's the kind of thing I'm talking about. So that's the reason why I kind of think, hey, you know what? I don't know. Yeah, I don't really like that. I don't really like that much. But I know what they're trying to do. You know, they're trying to make the AI better, and I appreciate that. I really do. But as I say, it's a bit too... It can be a bit too supernatural sometimes, at least for me. So that would be the main reason why I might not appreciate it as much. But that is, again, a personal preference. And if you enjoy playing with it, then that's all, you know, all power to you. All power to you. But otherwise, I'm just going to create some two-handed... Oh, wow. Only two... Really? Only two? I only had enough stamina for 2. Oh, well. Kind of sad. Anyway, hopefully that answers your question, Scientistic. And sorry, I might have been going a bit too hard on that, but I was just wanting to give you a thorough answer. Anyway, 20 Good Men says, do you play multiplayer or is it not your thing? Generally, okay, now here's the deal. Generally, I am so incredibly poor at fighting in these kinds of games, in multiplayer. You know, all the way back from, you know, Chivalry, and you know, things like that. I played the beta all the way back in Chivalry Medieval Warfare, and let me tell you, I am terrible. I am terrible at blocking in these kinds of games. And you need to be pretty decent at blocking to be good at the multiplayer. And as a result, I just go, hey, you know what? I'm just going to stick to the single player. I'm going to stick to the co-op modes, and that's the place where I find the most fun. So for me personally, I just find that a lot more fun than the multiplayer. But I can imagine that if you have a bunch of people with you that are maybe friends of yours, or you know, organized or whatever, I think that that could be a lot more fun. For example, if you're you know, a soldier in a siege or something like that in the multiplayer, I think that that's really cool. You know, I think being able to defend against an attacking army, that's going to be fun. You know, that's going to be a lot of fun. But yeah, as I say, just the regular multiplayer, you know, like, what is it? The regular multiplayer modes, I'm not that big a fan, just because it's mostly about infantry combat, and I'm terrible at it, as you can see most of the time. So that's the kind of thing I'm talking about there. Anyway, yeah, hopefully that answers that. Let me see here. I think coalbiter is also a smith suffix. I should probably take a look at that then. I should definitely take a look at that. Verihim the Red, hello and welcome to the stream. Sleeth says, hard to be the hero when the AI are as good or better than you. Well, I mean, that's the point. If they're better than me, I don't really mind that, but it's just that whole turning around instantly thing that kind of, I don't know, that kind of spoils it for me. But again, it's just a personal preference thing, I think, more than anything. Anyway, ooh, look at this sword. This is looking pretty nice, actually. I like this. Maybe I shouldn't even make a pommel with it. Like, upgrade the pommel. Maybe I should upgrade the pommel. You know what? Let's just upgrade the pommel. Why not? Let's go all in here. Alright, we're just going to make a bunch. And then we're just going to smelt these. Oh, there we go. I'm all out of stamina already. Alright, so let's level up Karaga once again. I don't even know what to really do with him, to be honest. I mean, I could do some smelting or some creating itself. Maybe it would be a good idea to do that. So I'm just going to go back to all the way at the base level, just so that I'm using these raw materials here instead of using anything better. We're going to see what we can do with that. Hopefully it's going to be pretty good. There we go. We can also smelt this stuff too. And he's... Okay, Karaga, you have basically no stamina whatsoever. Yes, I wonder whether he's married. Yeah. I'm just kidding. Anyway, yeah, so let me see. I mean, I've missed a bunch of messages. Hey, I've been wanting, waiting, actually. I've been waiting for this stream for a couple of weeks. Glad I didn't miss it. Hey, Alonso. Yeah, no problem at all. I'm terribly sorry. I've just been kind of busy, so, you know, streaming sometimes just doesn't gel with that. So yeah, I'm really appreciating seeing you here, and I'm glad you managed to catch it. Diogo says, hey Reformist, you got me into Mount and Blade, and I never thanked you for it. First time watching the stream. I wish you all the success. Sorry for my broken English. I'm Portuguese. Hey, you know what? You have nothing to worry about. You have nothing to worry about. I could read that easily, no problem at all. I really appreciate you being here and watching the stream. I appreciate the support. Scientistic, I basically agree with everything you said. Well, I appreciate that. I appreciate it. I you know, generally, I think, you know, for someone like me who just wants to have fun and just wants to kind of, you know, I mean, I want to fire my bow and I want to hit stuff, you know? I want to hit stuff. I don't want to hit enemy shields. And if you're like me and you feel the same way, then that's great. You know, that's fantastic. So... you know, fun is the name of the game, in my opinion. Anyway, I'm just going to continue to do a bunch of low-tier smithing with Karaga for now, just so that we can actually get him to a reasonable level, so that I can actually start creating iron. If I can actually do that, because his stamina is very much limiting me right now. Let me have a look what else is going on here. So far, Bannerlord has been in the back seat as Darktide has been a priority of my time, says Simon. Hey, you know what? I've absolutely been loving the gameplay from Darktide, but that's the funny thing. I didn't even buy it. I don't even own it yet because I just haven't had time. That's so sad. But I have heard that there are problems with the performance. So Simon, have you had problems with the performance of the game? Is there you know, any issue with crashes or anything like that? Because I've heard some middling things about it, which is really, really sad, because I personally feel like the game looks great, looks like a lot of fun, but I haven't played it yet myself, so that's kind of unfortunate. But yeah, by all means, let me know. Anyway, Bjorn says, the AI also targets the player. Had a catapult fire at me and not the ram on the other side of the map. That happens to me even without the realistic battle mod, if you're talking about the realistic battle mod, that is. But yeah, that happens to me basically all the time, no matter what. Even with, you know, even without the realistic battle mod. So yeah, that's pretty funny. Anyway, let me see what I can do here. I should probably smelt some stuff, shouldn't I? Yeah, I'm actually just gonna make some things real quick. I'm just gonna make one thing, apparently. Yeah, I'm gonna make one thing, and then we're just gonna smelt a bunch, and then we're going to go out and just rest, and then we're gonna smelt again, and then we'll see. Okay, yeah, Sleeth says, the Bannerlord online community is honestly... Oh, there's a war declaration going on here. Wait a minute, what's going on? I'm just going to pause the game real quick while I read this. It's honestly full of ridiculous tryhards using very specific multiplayer gimmicks for fighting. It isn't great unless you do the same. Oh, wow, okay. Yeah, I mean, that's the point. That's the kind of thing, you know, you've got to play quite a bit of... these modes to kind of get into the rhythm of things, I think, and that kind of makes me just go like, hey, you know what, I'm not gonna do that. You know, I'm not gonna do that. I'd rather just have fun in the single player, just, you know, have a great time there, or play a co-op game. You know, play a co-op game like Darktide, for example, which apparently has disconnects every now and then, but it's been stable on your end, says Simon. So that's actually very good. So that's nice. Ooh, Blue Bear says, I've crashed twice in one Darktide match today. So yeah. Okay, well, there you go. I guess it very much depends on your own personal setup. And Abdur, thank you very much. Hello, thank you. That is so incredibly nice of you for the super. And you say you're probably one of the more skilled Mana Blade players, so you would probably not do bad at all. You know what? I appreciate the vote of confidence. I wish I had your confidence in me that you do, and because I certainly don't. I think of myself as kind of a, you know, decent-ish, but not amazing. So, you know, I do appreciate that, though. I really do. Anyway, yeah, thank you very much for the super once again. That is very, very nice of you. Yeah, okay, so let me actually just... Wait a minute, did we just unlock a bunch more hilts, or have I just unlocked a bunch in general? I think I've just unlocked a huge amount. Alright, so this is nice. I gotta be a bit careful here as well, because I can't really... You know what? I'm actually gonna make it so that my guard is not that expensive to make. There we go. This is what I'm talking about. Ah, that's what I kind of like. Wait, maybe we should... Maybe a wooden one? A wooden handle? I think that sounds pretty good. Alright, let's do something like that. Can we do something else here? Yeah, maybe something like that. Ugh. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of the whole one-handed / two-handed thing, but we're going to do it nevertheless. Alright, let's just go for it, because we do need to obviously smelt some stuff, and we don't have enough energy. Ugh. Oh well, never mind. Let's do a little bit of refining. I don't have enough wood to do that, so I will probably have to go and do something about that. Let's actually make some of these. Yeah, I have... Oh, one wood? I used to... Oh, yeah, it's because I actually used the wood for the crafting. Oh, wow, and literally he's gone all the way to 0 stamina. What a wonderful fellow he is. Anyway, there's a war declaration where we are now at war against the Southern Empire. Oh, okay. We might even be able to go into a battle against one of the vassals, because we haven't got terrible units, hilariously enough. My units are okay, you know, they're not absolutely amazing, of course, but they're not too bad. 20 Good Men says, the original Chivalry, I haven't heard of that in a while. Time flies, huh? Well, that's the thing. I don't think it was the original. I don't think I was playing the original. I was playing the medieval warfare version of it, because I think the original Chivalry... Wasn't that a mod? Wasn't that a mod for something? I'm not entirely sure about the history of it, but I just remember playing the medieval warfare beta version. That was the thing. And this is exactly the task that I wanted to see here. This was the reason why I was coming over to this village, actually, because the manual laborer... Oh, yeah. Hello there. I easily have enough 17 prisoners he needs. And I have a massive amount, as you can see right here. And look at these guys. Mounted pillagers and mounted ransackers. They're going to give me so much. Oh, you can only transfer 42. Yeah, they've capped the amount of prisoners that you can actually give to these people now. In a previous version, as far as I'm aware, you could give as many as you wanted, but maybe that's... I don't know, maybe I'm misremembering, but I think it was actually that way. Anyway, there we go. 9,000 gold. Wow, 9,000 gold from that. Very nice indeed. And let's have a quick look here. Live reformists, hell yes, says Benjamin. Yeah, thank you. Hey, welcome to the stream. As Simon says, with Darktide, I can now live my life as a Kriegsman. I have my Lucius Patton lasgun and my beloved, totally not broken combat shovel. A combat shovel, because you're going to use it to bury your enemies, are you not? Right? You're going to use it to do that, right? Yeah, that's probably what's going on there. But yeah, as I say, I haven't actually played any of it at all. I did get into the playtest, the beta playtest with everyone else, but I just never played it during that weekend, which was really sad. But maybe I'm gonna get it at some point, and yeah, maybe I'll try it out, because I have actually been looking forward to it for quite some time, but I don't know, just never got into it, unfortunately. Whoa, these swords are literally selling for 7,000 right now. That is actually pretty crazy. Okay. Maybe I shouldn't actually, maybe I shouldn't smelt these. Maybe I should just sell them or something like that. You know what I actually want to do, though? I do want to get a caravan up and running. I think that would probably be pretty good. So I'm going to go and get... We could do Pelisor. You know what? I want to keep Pelisor with me just purely for the fact that he's a bit memeable. You know, he's a bit memeable. So what about Laria instead? Laria is going to be our caravan person. And let's have a look-see here. Wish to form a caravan in this town. Thank you very much. And Laria is going to be the leader of it, even though she's not particularly good as a caravan leader. She does have trade skill, which is obviously going to give me more profits, but she doesn't have any in, well, tactics or scouting or anything that's actually going to prevent her from dying. So that might be a bit problematic in itself. But anyway, let's move on, and we'll see if we can actually do some stuff, you know, do some other things, you know. We're not gonna just stick around doing smithing all the time. Let's do something else. So I'm thinking what I would like to do is actually go to the top of the leaderboard, because if I can get to the top of the tournament leaderboard, it's actually going to provide me with renown passively, as far as I'm aware. I think that's what it does. I don't obviously know, but it would be very cool to have some renown passively every single day, considering I'm going to be running around a bunch, going to be doing smithing, going to be, you know, completing tasks, maybe even fighting some enemy vassals. And in the meantime, obviously, days are just going to pass by, and getting that passive renown is going to enable us to level up our clan, and that's going to be very useful indeed. Or at least I hope so. Anyway, Poetic Artist, hey, and welcome to the stream. I'm very pleased to see you here. And Grimaldus, hello. That is wow. Yeah, that's another one of the very, shall we say, what is it now? Steadfast. There we go. There's the word. Steadfast supporters, and I very much appreciate you, Grimaldus, and welcome. And hopefully we're gonna have a good time here. Poetic Artist says, I ran a couple trading loops and now have 10k and 40 men. Time to mercenary up. Just need to decide with who. Someone far away, in my opinion. Someone far away so that you don't ever have to participate in their battles. Because then you can just, you know, fight bandits, fight any vassals that you want to, and you can just gain mercenary wages without having to potentially get ambushed. At least that's my recommendation. I like doing it that way, but obviously you don't have to share that if you don't want to. Anyway, there is a tournament going on here. I'm actually... there's a Bone Crusher. Not a big fan of the Bone Crusher, to be honest, but well, never mind. I'm going to actually just sell this for 8,000. 8,000? Why is this only selling for 8,000? I want more. I want more than that. I'm being stingy, aren't I? I'm being a bit stingy here. It's mostly because they have so many war mounts available here, as far as I'm aware. So that's probably the reason. All right, we won't sell it here, but we're going to sell it somewhere else where they actually need horses, because we're going to get a lot more cash for it, at least in my opinion. All right, so let's have a look. Levente says it's 3:07 a.m. in Germany in this audiobook. Yes, that's what it is. Will talk me into deep slumber. Well, I appreciate it. And yeah, I hope it does. I hope it does help you. Anytime, you know, that kind of thing helps anyone, I'm always I'm very flattered, actually. Very flattered by that, because not everything can help people relax, right? You know. It's always nice to have that kind of thing. Benny Worm says, have you ever reformed a worm? I actually haven't reformed anyone, I don't think. But, yeah. Maybe there's a first time for everything, I guess. Anyway, I probably shouldn't have used my bow here. That was probably a mistake, but there you go. We actually did manage to eliminate some of these guys. I'm just going to take the arrow in the face. There we go. We're just going to go straight at them. Oh, yeah. I've learned that from we who are about to die, I'm just going to take some damage sometimes, just because, you know, just because we can do it. And I know I'm not going to die from it, at the very least, so that's pretty good. And we are getting a wonderful two-handed sword every single time, because we are in Botanian territory, so I'm very much liking that, because you can see here how much damage we can actually do with this thing. It's pretty amazing. Being able to literally almost kill someone with one hit is exactly what you want. Oh, never mind. Oh dear. We're going to be fighting Anwin, aren't we? I have a feeling we're going to be fighting Anwin. That's not going to be too pleased. Oh dear. Oh dear. All right. Let me see. Benjamin says, I've never played Mount & Blade. Only ever watched me play it. Oh, okay. Wow. Okay, well, whatever you enjoy. That's the thing. Whatever you enjoy. If you enjoy watching, then that is all more power to you, pretty much. I very much respect that. Abrogator says, did you ever get a chance to try out my hot merc tip, leading a siege as a merc? I never got a chance to do that. Generally, if I can, I will always try to play anything for the channel, you know, on the channel for a video. Generally, I only do testing if there's something that I am so incredibly unsure of that I need to test it out multiple times, and I need to do that in a separate save and all that stuff, because I don't want to, you know, contaminate, you know, the actual playthrough or anything like that. So yeah, but I haven't tried it, so I will definitely, actually, you know, this playthrough sounds like a pretty good idea to actually try it in. So, you know, don't worry, Abrogator, I'm gonna try to do that a little bit later on, because obviously we are maybe you know what. Maybe we'll try it in this stream. Maybe we'll try it in this stream, because we are at war against the Southern Empire. It's pretty close, right? It's pretty close to us, that territory, and they've just given me a two-handed axe. I'm a bit worried about the two-handed axe, actually. All right, this might be bad. Okay, not too bad. Yeah, I'm not that good with an axe in comparison to the sword. But there you go. We were able to achieve victory. We didn't, we got a Bone Crusher. Okay, so people want to see the Bone Crusher, apparently. Well, the Bone Crusher is a one-handed, isn't it? I think it might be a one-handed. If it is a one-handed, then it's going to be not that useful for me. Yeah, it is a one-handed, as you can see right there. If this was a two-handed, I'd basically be all over this thing, because I absolutely love two-handed blunt weapons. I think that they are always super, super fun. But there are barely any in Bannerlord, which is super funny. I don't know why. I have no idea why there aren't any, or very few, two-handed blunt weapons. I personally feel like, I don't know. I feel like there should be more, right? There should definitely be more. Because there are a bunch of one-handeds, but not many two-handeds. But oh well, never mind. Yeah. So we'll see what's going on here. Straight at them, my favorite fighting style as a berserker type fighter. Yes, indeed. Yeah, I love that. I love doing that. Fit Brit says this content is so relaxing. Thank you. I appreciate it. Joffrey the Giant says, I've gotten hooked to your We Who Are About to Die series. Thanks for doing those. Hey, you know what? Don't worry about it. I'm absolutely having a blast, and I'm glad you are too. I really enjoy playing that game, actually. I think it's a huge amount of fun. I shouldn't contaminate the evidence. I try. I'm going to probably smelt this thing. You know what? I'm actually thinking of selling these two-handed swords, to be honest. I think that might be a good way to go about things because they're quite expensive, aren't they? They're quite expensive. But do I need the cash? That's the thing. Do I actually need the cash? Not entirely sure. Hey, Imzirak, hey, and thank you so much. Thank you so much for becoming a member. And you say, I shall lead men in the name of Reformia as a knight. Oh yes, I would very much appreciate that. Thank you. So you go ahead, and I will not shoot you in the back with my thrown weapon or my bow like I usually do. Yes, don't worry. If you do get shot, it's not me. It's just me. I'm obviously joking, of course, but I very much appreciate it. Thank you very much. That is very nice of you. Ah, blasphemy to not chomp the stump when fighting in the Britannia arena. What, can you actually chop it down? I don't think so, right? Bolg says, I also don't understand the lack of being able to be Robert Baratheon. Are you talking about Game... wait a minute, are you talking about Game of Thrones? Yeah, you're talking about Game of Thrones, a Game of Thrones mod, shall we say? Blunt damage bonus versus armor coupled with two-handed base damage scares the devs. Oh, T. Dunbar, I think you are correct. Yeah, I think you are correct about that. Because, I mean, let's actually just take a quick look out of interest. Take a look at the two-handed. This is what we've got. Two-handed mace. It's actually not bad. The Sledgehammer is actually not bad, all things considered. It can also be used as a civilian weapon, hilariously enough. But that's the point. So we'll see. I don't know. Maybe should you know what? Should I use it? Should I actually use it? Should I try it out? I mean, I'm basically using this, right? This is insanely good, obviously. This is an amazing weapon, and I don't really want to lose this, so I'm just going to lock it real quick. But we're going to buy this just purely for the fact that I think it's fun to try it out. It looks terrible, as you can quite clearly see. It looks like a polo mallet, doesn't it? It looks like a polo mallet, or croquet. That's it, croquet. Yeah, it looks like one of those. That is hilarious. Okay, yeah, we'll try it out. Why not? That sounds funny. Zero says, I think it's really cool how much love and support We Who Are About to Die has gotten since it's being developed by just one person. I agree. I absolutely agree. It's always wonderful to actually see an indie game as so quintessentially indie as well. Obviously, one person, you can't get more indie than that, can you? Getting so much recognition and so much support from the community as well. And I really appreciate that. I absolutely love seeing that because the game is actually super fun, you know? It is super fun, and it doesn't feel like it's in early access. Like, yeah, sure, okay, there's probably content missing all over the place here and there, but content, I mean, that can be added, right? You know, that can be added. That doesn't need to be... that doesn't need to be in there right away, but I feel like there's very little problematic bugs. I have had, I think, 0 crashes. I think I might have had 1 crash, but I think 0 crashes most of the time. And it plays very smoothly, at least for me. I don't know. Anyway, we're going to do this tournament because generally I want to. And there's also... Ooh, wait a minute. There's armor. There is armor available here too. That's going to be kind of fun. But yeah, that's going to be cool. Imzirak says, "'Tis but a scratch, my lord." Yeah, see, yes, look at that. You're a member of my army after my own heart. Because let's face it, you know, anytime I shoot someone in the back, I'm always like, "Oh, I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to do that." And then they go, again, you know, because that happens a lot, doesn't it? Yes, it happens a lot. Bolg says, I meant the two-handed blunt weapons. I usually forget about stream delays. Oh, I'm so sorry. Yeah, I do have the stream delay on low latency, so I do see things a little bit quicker this time around, because the first couple of streams I had it on normal because I wanted the highest quality possible, but then I was like, hey, you know what? I want to try to improve the amount of interactivity that I have going on here. And so I was like, yeah, let me just put it on low latency and see how that goes. And it seems to be going quite nicely, but yeah, there is still a bit of a delay, unfortunately. And there is another setting which I think might be kind of okay, but I didn't want to make the quality less. So that was the main reason. Oh, wow. She might actually murder me right now. Never mind. Okay. Whew. Escorios. Escorios of the Embers. He actually did help me out there quite a bit by being a bit of a distraction, so that's actually quite nice. Yeah, anyway, Abrogator says, I've not yet chopped the stump down, but it doesn't stop me from trying. Well, you know what? Maybe if everyone does it, then that's obviously going to be pretty helpful, isn't it? You know, eventually, the steel stump of Botania will be eliminated at some point in the near future, in the next 1,000 years or something. Anyway, Joffrey the Giant says, does your character have a big enough beard to wield a sledgehammer? I actually don't know, because he's worn a helmet for a long time. I don't know whether he has a beard. I think he does, but I don't think it's a very large one. So, we'll see. We'll see. Maybe. But, I mean, that's the point. If I do really badly, we'll just chalk it down to the fact that I just do not have a big enough beard. And then that's going to have to be it, you know? That's just going to have to be it. I'm going to be a little bit worried here, actually. Okay, there we go. Just eliminate that guy. Now we just need to be a bit more defensive. Don't get shot. Use his body to shield us from the ranged attacker. And he will eventually go down. This is an Oathsworn. And this is a... Oh no, this is a Falksman. Okay, I'm actually quite scared of Falksmen usually, because they are very good with two-handed, and their weapons are amazing on the field of battle. But thankfully we were able to achieve victory here. Wow, who would have thought it? Okay, so we'll see what we can do. We're actually... Okay, I'm not sure what Pelisaur's doing at this round, but apparently he has reached the heights that we never thought he would reach. But there we go. He's actually almost there. Okay, wait a minute. Let me see if I can not die. Thankfully, he's not too good at two-handeds, so we can very easily chop him down. I'm so sorry, Pelisaur. Let me just deal with you very quickly. There we go. Oh, it actually kicked me out. That's hilarious. It didn't want me teabagging him. Oh well, never mind. All right, let's do the last fight. Botanian Scout should be easy, but you know, let's not jinx myself, shall we? Let's be a little bit careful about that. There we go. Easy enough. Just go for the head slash, you know, the head slash. That's what we want to do. And we got a really nice chess piece, I think. That's probably going to be a nice addition to one of our companions, possibly. And we also did get to 152 in two-handed. So hopefully that's going to help us with our, you know, with our sledgehammer problems, because there's probably going to be a bunch of problems in regards to that, but we'll see what happens. Anyway, we've got a bunch of people now upgraded, at least a little bit, small upgrades all around, and then we'll see. Anyway, actually, you know what? We need to check his beard, don't we? Because that can be my excuse. He actually has a big beard. Oh no, that's terrible. He actually has a big beard. That means that I am literally required now to do well. Oh no, that's pretty bad, isn't it? That is pretty bad. Now I have dug my own grave. Proverbially, of course, because I do not have a shovel. But yes, that is going to be a little bit problematic. Oh well. Yes, so we're going to try to go into a battle, obviously. I think what I would like to do is I'm going to go over here because I'm going to go and get some more noble units, and then we're going to make our way over to the Southern Empire territories, because I'd like to actually do a couple of battles against some vassal troops. I think that could be kind of fun. So we'll try it out. Let me just see. Is this actually tied to... Nope, that is... There we go. This is the bound settlement right here. I want to try and get the noble units as much as I possibly can. So we'll see what we can do. There we go. I've got very little relation with all these guys. Oh, extortion by deserters. That would actually give me a good opportunity to try out my sledgehammer before we actually go into a vassal battle, because, let's face it, that's kind of high stakes in comparison. So let's do this. I will wait here. I will wait here and prevent your extortion by deserters, and I will extort you myself, sir. I mean, I will help you with them. Indeed. I'm obviously joking. Don't tell him. Don't tell him I said anything. All right, so, oh, Joffrey the Giant says, you probably get this every stream when some new guy walks in, but what's behind the name Reformist? All right, yeah, actually, yeah, I think I explained that in a previous one, but I really don't mind. I really don't mind, because let's face it, you know, it's you know, some kind of weird esoteric name from some random place. But yeah, anyway, the point is, it used to be a name that I used in Unreal Championship Leandry Conflict. Used to use that when I was playing online. It was on the original Xbox. I played that a huge amount, hundreds of hours as far as I can tell. I mean, this was way back. I think that came out in, what was it? I think 2004? Was it 2004 that it came? I actually have no idea when it came out. But Unreal Championship, Leandry Conflict, played it online, then this was my name. And that's the reason why when I was creating my channel in 2012, I was thinking, hey, what kind of name can I use? And I was thinking, oh no, I can't find a name. And you know me, I'm pretty wonderful at creating names. You know, if you've seen the Land of Seeker series, you'll know I called my character Vegetable. So let's face it, you know, I'm very good at naming things, of course. But yes, in all seriousness now, that was the reason why I chose this, and there you go. That's basically pretty much all it is. It's nothing else apart from that. So yeah, hopefully that answers your question. Otherwise, we're just going to basically go boom, and we're just going to charge straight on in here. And I'm going to apparently run my horse into every single tree known to man. And who knows, maybe we'll run into the Botanian stump. That we might. I mean, you know me, you know. Sometimes that will happen. Anyway, oh, we can actually use this on a mount. Oh, I didn't realize. We're going to hear some bonks now, aren't we? We're going to hear some wonderful, wonderful mace bonks. This is actually not bad. It did 121 damage, but bear in mind, these guys are literally the lightest armored you can probably find. Maybe. Among the lightest armored, shall we say. But I am so bad at fighting on horseback now. Okay, there we go, there we go. That's better. Look at that. Actually, not bad. Surprisingly good damage. Alright. Oh, nice. It actually has cleave damage as well, which is pretty cool. So it can hit multiple opponents at once. Hopefully I didn't lose anyone. Did I lose anyone? No, I didn't lose anyone. It was just mostly the villagers losing things, which is absolutely fine, because of course they're gonna get them back. You know, they're gonna get them back without any problems. Anyway, we got a bunch of horses. Alright, I can definitely use that to increase my speed on the world map. And yeah, it does seem as though the Sledgehammer is actually pretty decent, surprisingly enough. Who would have expected that? Anyway, I'm gonna just basically say keep your coin. I don't need it. I'm doing pretty well in terms of money at the moment, so I think we're fine. And yeah, let me actually just see a couple of other comments right here. Bolg says, I'm glad to see someone who plays Bannerlord even more than me also forgets about bashing. Oh yeah, I'm just really bad at bashing. That's the reason why I never use it. That's it. That's the only reason. I'm just really bad at it. So I just think to myself, hey, you know what? I think it's probably going to be easier for me not to do that and basically just block, attack, and just see if I can outwit the opponent, or shall we say, maybe drain them of their patience more than anything else. And then hopefully I'll get an opening at some point. Because bashing for me is always a bit of a mixed bag, because sometimes I can do it really, really well and I do get an opening, and other times the AI is just way too good at blocking or recovering from the bash, and then it just, yeah, it's just kind of useless. So that kind of thing can happen to me quite often. So that's the reason why I don't do it that much, at least. All right, so wait a minute. Raquel says, hi, and wait a second. Is that the same Pelisaur who came from a quest and used to ride a... I appreciate you remembering that. I really appreciate you remembering that. That is actually fantastic. I really love that. Yeah, Pelisaur. This is not the same Pelisaur. Do bear that in mind. It's not the same Pelisaur because obviously this is a new save game. But we did run across a companion called Pelisaur, and I decided to literally just recruit him purely for the fact that he had that name. That was the only reason, because, you know, it is just Pelisaur. And this is a name that they use as a random generation, as far as I'm aware. So you're probably going to, if you play the game yourself, you're probably going to find someone called Pelisaur too. And yeah, but this is not the same one, but I'm treating him as the same one, if you know what I mean. So, but I do appreciate you remembering that. That's very, very cool, in my opinion. I like that. And yes, that is a good memory. Very, very good memory, in fact. Kenya says, first time I got into a live stream, love your content from the US Army. Hey, you know what? Thank you very much. I really appreciate that. And I hope you're very much enjoying the stream with Mr. Pelisor by my side. Indeed. Indeed. Yeah, it isn't bad, right? Yeah, the Sledgehammer is not bad. I think it's pretty good so far. David says, I remember that. Oh, look at that. We've got another one. Pelisor the goat. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, look at that. He's getting more. Look at that. He gets more praise than I do. Isn't that hilarious? I'm kidding. He needs it. He needs it, right? He needs it much more than I do. Anyway, I couldn't forget him and never will. Yeah, I mean, that's the funny thing. I think that I'm going to ask you now. Which series was that? Was that the Botanian series? Was that the Botanian Smith series? I think it might have been, right? Is it? Oh, if it's not the Botanian Smith, I'm embarrassing myself, but I think it was. But if it isn't, by all means, let me know. But yeah, if other people want to see the legend that is Mr. Pelisor, then it's I think the Botanian Smith, but I could be wrong, as I say. Very many series have come and gone since then, so I generally do get mixed up sometimes. Okay, let me see if I can actually eliminate this guy. I'm getting a bit of assistance from my Imperial crossbowman friend, but he's not really helping me that much because he's using a bow and he's a crossbowman, so obviously it's not going to be that useful. Oh well, never mind. Oh, wait a minute. Mr. Pelisor is actually in the next round. Shall we watch this round? I'm actually going to watch the round because I want to see whether he can actually win here. Is he actually shooting? Yeah, he's shooting. So we're just going to see what happens. Not sure why the enemy is actually running in with their melee weapons. The archer was running in with melee. That's really... Oh, well, he got... Wow, he got absolutely murdered. Okay, well, that's very disappointing. I'm very sorry, Pelisor. Oh, no. Yeah, that was kind of weird. That was kind of weird. Oh, well. Never mind. Started playing Bannerlord on its full release, accidentally sunk 7 straight hours into it without stopping. I don't blame you. It can very much do that. It can absolutely do that. But yeah, anyway, Pelisor just got absolutely murdered right there. Yeah, that's kind of sad, isn't it? Oh well, I think it was because the archer started running at the infantryman. Wait a minute. Started running at the cataphract with the infantryman together, and I'm not sure why he stopped shooting. That's kind of weird, right? That is kind of weird, right? Yeah, I think that's kind of weird. Oh well, never mind. Let me see what I can do here. This is going to be maybe a bit tricky, but this guy's actually just allowing me to attack him. I'm not entirely sure why he did that. Okay. He must have thought he had the advantage. I'm still with my Imperial crossbowman friends by the looks of things. I think I would have preferred the Imperial trained archer possibly, but oh well, never mind. I guess that means I just have to fight him in the next one. That's not too bad. Typical Pelisor, but we still love him. Yeah. I actually... Really? Was it the full series? I mean, the full series. Wasn't it the first series? I don't think so. I personally don't think so, but I could be wrong. As I say, it's a long time ago. It's been over 2 years since I played that, and I've played many series since then, but I don't know. The one way that you know what? The one way that I could check is by looking at the Trader series, because I obviously created Pelisor, basically. Pelisor was exactly 0. Pelisor was the name of the character in that, but that was my main character. That I was basically taking Pelisor from the previous series and putting him as the main character in the Trader series. So if I look, and I'm going to do this actually just for information's sake, but if I look at the series beforehand in terms of date, I can probably find out which one Pelisor was in. So I think I don't know. I think it was the Botanian Smith, but I could be wrong. As I say, I don't know. I'd like to find out. I'm gonna check that. Not right now, obviously, but I'm gonna check that at some point. Tynops is actually gonna be a bit difficult for me. I'm not sure what it is, but these Imperials actually do seem pretty difficult sometimes. He seems to actually not be beating me in terms of speed with one-handed, so I'm pretty happy with that, and that is a nice victory for us. And we've got Knight's Fall here. Alright, Knight's Fall. Not entirely sure what's going on with that, but anyway. We've got a bunch here that I can actually smelt, but I don't know whether I really want to do that, because as I say, I can actually get a huge amount of money by selling these crafted two-handed swords. So I'm thinking that maybe what I'd like to do instead is just take Mr. Carragher here. I don't have any wood, bear that in mind. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go for tier 1s. Just going to make tier 1s with him. Just make tier 1 swords. Just purely for the fact that I want to get some smithing skill with him. And this is also going to potentially unlock a couple of extra parts for me as well. So that's going to be cool. Anyway, let me see what else. Yeah, exactly 0. Yeah, that's what I that's what I thought. So Hrolf, you said you were Barney. I remember that from it. Well, that could be, as you know me, that could be any of them, unfortunately, because generally I tend to reuse the name quite often. So there is also that. Anyway, wait a minute. Pugios are also available. Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Pugios are really, really good here. I just crafted a bunch of one-handed swords. Yeah, I just crafted a bunch of one-handed swords. Oh well, never mind. That's not bad. That's not terrible. Is it? Yeah, I think it is. Oh no. Never mind. Okay. Well, whatever the case, let me just see what I can do here. I'm thinking we're probably going to do something like this. Can I actually do this without... yeah. It's actually looking pretty good so far. Ooh, that increases it a bit too much. I think I'll go for this one. Yeah. Yeah, that seems pretty nice. All right, so we'll go for something like this. Maybe I'll get to 125. I might get to 125. Oh, 124. Okay, well, yeah, kind of close. Kind of close. Oh, well, never mind. All right, so I'm actually just going to sell all of these because, as you can see, wow, this is pretty significant gains. Ah, yes. Oh, yes, indeed. Yeah, it was Barney in the first series. Absolutely. I mean, really, there couldn't be anyone else to be in the first series, of course, right? I mean, no one else can do that. Kenyon says, channel really took off. When I subbed, you were at 12k. Whoa. You know what? What was I doing at 12k, actually? What was I doing? Was I playing Warband? I think I was still, I was playing Warband, right? I mean, I started playing that in, oh, what was it now? When did I start playing that, actually? August? I think August. I think it was August of 2012. I think it was August of 2012, something like that. Anyway, let's sell these. I'm just going to sell a couple of them until this merchant actually doesn't have any more money. There you go. Basically like that. And then we're just going to smelt the rest. I've got to be a bit careful about my axe, though. Do I need this one-handed? Do I need the one-handed? You know what? I don't need the one-handed, so I'm just going to be using two-handeds right here. I think that's perfectly fine. And otherwise, we'll just smelt everything else that I have available here. I think that seems pretty good. There we go. I'm actually thinking that maybe if we have enough money, or maybe if I start making a good amount of money through my smithing, what I'd like to do is fully kit out all of my companions. I think that's going to be a really, really good thing to do with all of that cash. I also need to find a hardwood village. I need to find a hardwood village pretty fast. So I'm going to try to do that as well. But for now, let's just go and smelt all of this stuff. I have no stamina. Well, that would help, wouldn't it? That would very much help. All right. Ahmad says, I like all your series of Bannerlord, but Realm of Thrones was boring in the end. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry to hear that. But yeah, sometimes that's just how it goes. Sometimes we get into a situation that is a bit too grindy, and for me personally, I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it because, let's face it, we were running around with an army of giants. I thought that was a lot of fun, but in the end, it did kind of seem like we were very strong and maybe a little bit too strong, maybe a bit too unstoppable, if you know what I mean. So yeah, that obviously made things a little bit, shall we say, predictable, which is sad, but it was a lot of fun to see those giants running in, doing damage in the sieges, and just going up against these massive odds. I thought that was really, really cool, but yeah, I get your point. I get your point. Just a Nazgul says, what total conversion mods are you guys excited most for? Also, I've been following you since Warband Man, and still your Bannerlord playthroughs are amazing to watch. Thanks for the content. Oh, hey, you know what? Thank you very much. I really appreciate that. And for me, total conversion, I gotta say, Kingdoms of Ardor is definitely something that I'm looking forward to, because if it's anything like The Last Days, I mean, obviously I'm not expecting The Last Days spiritual successor or anything like that, but if it's anything like that in terms of its quality, I will be loving it. I will be loving it. So yeah, Kingdoms of Ardor is definitely something that I'm looking for. But there's a bunch of others as well. I've already played some on the channel, you know, Realm of Thrones and also the Old Realms. Both of those are looking fantastic so far. They've just introduced a new update for Realm of Thrones as well, which is very, very interesting because it basically makes it so that wars are a lot more active and they do war a lot more naturally and organically. That's a thing that's very important in my opinion, because obviously as time goes on, when you're spending, tens of hours in a particular campaign and a faction that is in the middle of the map declares war against someone that's at the top of the map and the map is huge, then you have to run all the way up there, and then by the time you've run all the way up there, the war is over. Yeah, that kind of thing is not particularly good, right? It's not particularly good for that to happen, but that doesn't really matter because they've actually updated it now. So it's not going to happen as often or at all anymore, and that's really, really good in my opinion. So that's going to be super nice to see. And otherwise, I am going to need some hardwood now, so I think I'm probably going to go over to... Where am I going to go over to, actually? Let me see. I'm not seeing any hardwood... Oh, yeah, there is a hardwood village over here somewhere, isn't there? Yeah. Bit too far away for my liking. I would like to... Yeah, isn't there one like up here? Yeah, there it is. Oh, and it's actually a Southern Empire village. Ah, all right. That's yeah. That's not going to work, is it? No, that's not going to work. Okay, let's just check it a little bit real quick, just to see what the task here is, and then we'll see what's going on. Deliver the herd to Diathma. Diathma is not going to work, as far as I'm aware. Is it? Wait a minute. Oh no, Diathma actually could work. It could work, but delivering the herd, do I want to do that? It's a bit of a detour. I'd like to actually fight some stuff, if at all possible, because I'd like to try out my bonking hammer a little bit more. I think that could be quite fun, right? So yeah, I think that's probably what we're going to do. So we're just going to move on into Southern Empire territory, and we'll see whether we can actually find something there. And we actually finally got to 125. So stamina spent for refining is halved, or... stamina spent for smelting is halved. I think I will probably take the smelting one, because in the end, I think that's probably going to be saving me more, possibly. So I'm going to take the smelting one, because in the end, I'm going to be literally fighting vassals and vassals and vassals, and I'm going to be getting a lot of loot, and that loot is then going to translate into smelting materials, and then I'm going to craft things and all kinds of crazy stuff. So it's going to snowball really, really heavily. At least I hope so. Anyway, I'm actually missing a bunch of comments right now, so let me actually just see what's going on here. Can we see a Vegetable versus Barney tournament? You know what? I think Vegetable would probably win that, just purely for the fact that Vegetable in the Land of Seeker series was really OP. He had really high stats. Barney sometimes has high stats, but I think generally Barney is a little bit more balanced, because I tend to play him a bit less... in a bit more, shall we say, native-based game modes. So in a mod like the Land of Seeker, for example, where quite a few opponents are really strong, you kind of need a pretty overpowered character to be able to deal damage to them. And Barney sometimes isn't actually that strong, but I don't know. Maybe sometimes he is, sometimes he isn't. It really very much depends. But yeah, I think Vegetable would probably win that, to be honest. Anyway, looking forward to the Galactic Conquest mod. Ooh, there is a Galactic Conquest mod available, or coming out sometime soon. That sounds pretty fun. I like that. Give me one of those. Thank you. Bolg says, my biggest hope is for a sudden Prophecy of Pendor drop for Bannerlord someday. You know what? You and I both. I cannot wait for that. That is going to be so incredibly fun. You know what? I'm actually running in here with some prisoners, and I'm not a big fan of that. I should have probably sold my prisoners before heading in here, but you know what? Okay, we're just going to do it. We're just going to do it. I'm going to hope that I can actually come across a couple of vassals. What's actually going on here? Why am I not seeing any vassals right now? Do I need to raid something? Maybe I need to raid something, actually. Let's go and raid. There's actually a village raid going on here. Maybe I need to go here and see if I can intercept a vassal in the area. Maybe they're coming here to defend it or something like that. Doesn't look like it, to be honest. Doesn't look like it. So maybe I should just stand in the valley real quick. Rich says, hey, and I'm going to say hello, and nice to see you here. I was going to make a horse joke, but no, I'm not going to do that. Anyway, Tyler says, great seeing you stream again. It's super loud at work. I'll have to catch it when I'm off. Thanks for the great content. Hey, you know what? Thank you very much. That is super nice of you. And yeah, I hope you do. I hope you do. Obviously, as always, there's going to be a VOD. There will be a VOD available, so you can watch it back if you want to. And yeah, that's going to be real nice. Alright, I'm still looking for these vassals. I'm not sure what's going on here. Zero says, no worries on the grindiness of the Realm of Thrones series. I kind of screwed myself in my most recent playthrough. Started a kingdom too late and lost my money from making peace. Oh, ouch. That kind of sucks. I'm sorry. That's really, really harsh. I hate it when that happens as well. And wait a minute. I might have my eye on a vassal right here.
Yours is not a face I know. What is your name, stranger?
Oh wow! Okay, there's the voice. There's the voice acting that they included in this. All right, okay. I see. All right, let me have a look here. I'm just going to answer a couple of extra things here just to make sure that I know what's going on, and then I'm going to go into this fight, even though we kind of know what's going to happen. But obviously, this is just a preliminary for the main event, because of course we're going to go in against a bunch of vassals if we can. All right. Brian says, it's good to see you stream again. Yeah, it is great to be back. I just haven't had enough time, really. And also because of We Who Are About to Die coming out, I was just playing a huge amount of that, really, really having a great time with it. So that's the reason. But yeah, obviously just not enough time to do everything at once. Is Mount & Blade 3 coming in the future? I'm going to assume in, shall we say another 8 years? Another 8 years? What do you bet? Yeah, something like that? Maybe another 10 years? I don't know. I really don't know. Richard, hey, welcome to the stream. Nice to see you again. Justin Asgul says, yeah, Kingdoms of Ardor is one of the most anticipated ones to come out. Yeah, indeed. I'm very much looking forward to that too. Oh, there's a Warhammer Total Conversion that got an update not too long ago. But there's one like Hikakuja that's slowly being put together. Looks like it'll be awesome. I can't remember the name though. Says Zero. I think, isn't that Shokohu or something like that? I actually can't remember the name of it either, but I think someone said something about that in a previous stream or something. So yeah, that would be that's actually pretty cool, because Gekukujo is definitely something that's really close to my heart. I absolutely loved playing that. The Siege Warfare itself was super special. Not a total conversion. But I want Calradia Expanded updated. It just fills out the map so much better. Ooh, yeah, I can't wait for something like that. That'd be kind of cool. Abrogator says, any chance you'll ever return to the banner page mod in Warband? I'm not sure. Because as I say, I think if I were to do any other Warband playthrough, I kind of really want to go back to Pendor. I think Pendor is definitely one of the things that I just have a huge amount of fun with, so maybe that, if anything. But as I say, I don't know. There are so many mods in Warband that are just amazing to play. Lucky Light says hi, and I'm gonna say hello to you. Welcome to the stream. Pancake says, have you played the Banner Kings mod yet? I actually did start a playthrough with Banner Kings, but unfortunately I had a problem with the game save files, and as far as I'm aware, I think the mod corrupted the save, and then I couldn't continue it, even though a lot of people were really excited about it and I wanted to play more of it, but it just continued to give me problems, so I had to end the series, unfortunately. I don't know whether it was actually that mod that caused it to corrupt, but I know that there is an update for it, and I might be going back to it at some point in the near future. I definitely would like to check it out again, because it added a huge amount of really, really fun things. Makes the campaign a lot more interesting. The Caravanning expanded mod, I assume, right? You're talking about? And playing it with Scum and Villainy makes it insane. Did the Scum and Villainy mod get an update, by the way? Did it actually get an update? Because otherwise you're going to be... I'm going to assume you would either be playing on a previous version of the game or something like that. And Imzirak, hey, what are you doing? Oh, your generosity knows no limit, apparently. Thank you very much for gifting those memberships, and they have now also joined Reformia in the defensive measures, and now they are ripe for the shooting in the back, aren't they? Yes, that is exactly what is going to now happen. Yeah, my lord, I have brought in recruits from the surrounding villages. It's harvesting season. Yes, it is indeed harvesting season, thanks to Imzirak, apparently. We're harvesting recruits for the upcoming slaughter. What do you bet? Thank you so much. That is so incredibly nice of you. I really appreciate it. That is super, super nice. That is really great. Yeah, that is fantastic. I'm blown away by people's generosity like that. That is really, really kind. All right, I've answered enough. We're gonna go in. We're gonna go in and see what's going on here. And I wish they'd do a Britain Water mod for Bannerlord. I'd love to watch you play that again. Hey, you know what? Yeah, I would actually love to play that too. I remember, I think I did, what was it now? I think I did 137, wasn't it 137 or something like that? 137 episodes in the Warband version of Britain Water, and there's a reason. There's a reason, because it's just so incredibly deep, and there are so many things that you can do. It's just immense. It is really, really immense. I've got to be careful here, though, because I think I might actually die if I'm not careful. So let me just get out my sledgehammer. I'm going to get shot by this crossbowman, aren't I? Yeah, I've got to be a bit careful about this guy. Can I actually eliminate him before he shoots me? Oh, 96 I knocked him down. I actually knocked him down. Can you believe it? Wow. Okay, that's kind of interesting. All right, all right. That's that is actually that might be one of the best attributes of this weapon that I can think of, to be honest, apart from the fact that it is obviously blunt damage, because blunt damage is pretty fantastic in itself. But yeah, there we go. We were able to achieve victory. Obviously, I mean, it was pretty much a foregone conclusion before we even started, but this is just getting us warmed up, you know. This is just getting us warmed up. We're going to see. I think I might just let this guy go, just to get some additional honor, although, to be fair, not sure if there's really honor in this game. I think that you just have traits and stuff, but I'm going to actually be doing a bit more village raiding and stuff like that. Maybe I should actually take him prisoner and then sell him. You know what? I'm going to take him prisoner and then sell him, because I think that would actually give me more roguery skill, and I kind of want roguery skill quite a bit, so probably going to be doing that. And also there is a banner here. Wait a minute, where's the banner? Where did the banner go? Is it under armor? No. Oh, it's under goods. Why is the banner under goods? Okay, it's a little bit strange, but okay. Decreases range damage taken. Okay. Shield wall. I guess that's for the person using the infantry, right? Is this good for me? This might be good for me, but I'm using a bow, and this increases my range damage, so I'm not entirely sure whether it's good for me or not. I guess I'm just going to give it to Risa, and then maybe we'll make her the person that commands the infantry or something like that. Alright, so let's actually just make my way away from here, because I want to go to Myzea real fast, because I'm just going to sell all my prisoners there before he escapes. I'm very much hoping that he won't escape before we have the opportunity to sell him, because otherwise we're going to have some issues. Anyway, let me actually see what else is going on here. 10 more years? Yeah, something like that. Indeed, indeed. Will you do a live stream on who we are about to die? Yeah, I'd actually like to. I generally just made a poll earlier on, and I was like, hey, you know what do you want me to play? Because I had no idea. I thought to myself, you know what, I'm just going to play We Who Are About to Die, but then I thought, well, I haven't played Bannerlord in a long time. You know, I haven't actually played for quite a bit of time, and I thought, you know what, it would actually be kind of fun to return to it. And so that's what I did. I made a poll on it, and people voted quite evenly, actually. I was quite surprised, to be honest. to see that. But yeah, that means that there's a lot of people that want to see We Who Are About to Die too. So maybe next stream, whenever that is, I don't know when that's going to be, but maybe next stream we'll do We Who Are About to Die, and then we'll kind of alternate. Or maybe if I can figure out a little bit of a better way of doing streams, maybe I'll do both, and I'll play, you know, I don't know, an hour and a half of one and an hour and a half of another one, or something like that. I'm not entirely sure how that's really going to work, but anyway, we're just going to sell these. Nice, 4,000. That's pretty good. That's not too bad. And let me actually just see. My roguery skill is at 50. I'd actually like to get more, if at all possible. I would like to get one more. One more. Isn't that always the way? Okay, so I do still need to find a hardwood village. I'm actually wondering whether there's one nearby that I might be able to raid. Oh, no, never mind. There is one over there that I might be able to just purchase from, which would be quite cool. I think that sounds like a good idea. But yeah, Billy, I will definitely do a live stream on We Who Are About to Die, because I just have a huge amount of fun playing that game. I think a lot of people would like to see it too. So why not? Sounds like a fun idea. Yeah, Shokuho. Yeah, there you go. Shokuho is the thing. Yeah, it'll be a successor to the Gekkokujo mod from Warband. I believe most devs are even from that team, if not the same. Really? Marty's working on it? Oh, wow. If Marty's working on it, it should be amazing then. That's going to be super cool. Team Games, hey, thank you so much for the membership as well. Trial of the Seven Kingdoms for Bannerlord will implement rideable dragons. Whoa. Okay. They're going super hard, aren't they? They're going super hard with that. That is going to be extremely fun to see. I wonder how they're going to do that. That's going to be amazing. I mean, we've seen the giants, obviously, from Realm of Thrones, and obviously, you know, if they can do giants really convincingly, which is what they were able to do, then I think dragons are going to be super fun. I wonder, can they fly? I don't think they can fly, right? If they can fly, then that's obviously going to be incredible. But if they can't, then it's going to be amazing just to see the models in the actual battles. You know, that's going to be a lot of fun too. Anyway, I'm just going to. I'm not going to sell actually at the village. I almost did it. I almost did it. Let's not do that. All right. Let me have a look at what else is going on here. The Banner Kings mod has a lot of stuff. The base game should, I think, adds a ton of stuff outside of war. Yeah, that's the reason why I initially thought, hey, I'm going to play it. It's because I'd love to, you know, I love those kinds of things. Anything that can actually add additional variety outside of combat, I am all over that. Any single time a mod does that, I always think to myself, whoa, that sounds super fun. Because that just means that you have a much greater dynamicism to the overall gameplay experience, because obviously most of the time if you're going to be playing the native game without anything, it's going to be tasks, it's going to be fighting bandits. You know, if you're doing early game stuff, obviously you're going to be doing tournaments, and then eventually you'll either become a mercenary or a vassal, and then it's battle, and then maybe a couple of tasks for your liege or something like that, maybe a siege here or there. And then you just rinse and repeat that until you eventually conquer whatever you want to conquer. You know, that's basically how it goes. That's the gameplay loop, of course. But if you add a bunch of mods into that and you make things, you know, more varied, then that can only increase the value of the gameplay experience. And that really makes a huge difference. At least I think so. So yeah, that's good. Yeah, I will definitely check it out. And hopefully it won't, you know, corrupt my save this time. Because I made 2 episodes and I was really psyched to play more, and then I loaded it up the next day, and it gave me an error every single time, and I was basically, as far as I'm aware, not using any other mods that I knew of that actually caused any problems. So I could only assume it was that. But yeah, anyway, the janitor says, I hope we get mods to consoles like Bethesda did for Skyrim. I think that would be absolutely amazing, but I think it's a bit difficult to do that. I'm not sure. I would love to see that, because let's face it, I think that generally mods are going to be the thing that increases the longevity of the game overall. And while you can play the native game for a long time, I think in general it's just going to be so much more fun for people as well. Being able to customize their game experience in such a significant fashion, it's going to be a really, really good thing to do. You know, just generally for game value as well. You know, the developers are going to see a lot more support for the game overall too, at least from my perspective at least. Okay, wait a minute. This guy is actually a vassal. Should be a bit careful about this guy, but I don't think we're going to have any problems because he does... Yeah, he has just taken a pretty big amount of damage from his previous opponent, so nothing really to worry about there. Okay, let me just catch up on a couple of messages here because I'm actually missing some... missing a bunch of stuff, actually. Anyway, Abdur says good night. Oh no, I think I missed you. I think I missed saying good night to you. I'm so sorry, but hopefully if you do see the VOD or something like that, then you'll see me saying sleep well. And hopefully you will join us for the next stream. Oreo, it is good to see you. Hello there. And yeah, that's the thing. Anyone that's a member, you know what you've got to be, right? You've got to be in the front line. I'm going to be standing back on my horse. I'm going to be shooting at the enemy, and then all of a sudden there's going to be a stray arrow flying towards you. You are required not to block it except with your face or your back. And that's the rule, okay? That's the rule. All of my AI friends, they know that. So that's how it works. I'm kidding, obviously. Please do not get shot. Please do not get shot by me. That is not a good way to live. That is not a good way to live, not at all. Yeah, I mean, literally, almost. Yes. Okay, wait a minute. This guy's actually the same vassal. Oh dear. Now it's a 2 versus 1 situation. I'm going to have to use this guy's body to hopefully protect me. There we go. Eliminate him. There we go. I was actually using that guy's body to protect me from the other opponent. That's generally how I'm trying to... that's how I'm trying to do things, you know. Trying to play it smart. Isn't it amazing? Me using a brain. Wow. Who would have expected that? Not me, that's for sure. Who would have thought? It's like that Paul Rudd meme, isn't it? Who would have thought? Not me. Yeah, not me. Yeah. Anyway. There we go. That was... Wow, I just did that on autopilot. I have no idea what even happened in that particular round. That was hilarious. Anyway, I'm going to answer a couple of extra things here. Probably won't, sadly, but maybe they could find a way to offer it as paid DLC. Yeah, that's actually something that I was talking about in a previous stream. I actually thought that what would be really cool is if the developers of Bannerlord just reached out to a couple of modding teams, the ones that are, you know, developing the most popular mods, basically, you know, so like things like, I don't know, Chaos's Tweaks and Harmony and all these other things that enable extra modding functions, and then basically just have them be employed. Just pay them, just hire them as freelancers or extra, you know, an extra division of the development team, and then they just make, you know, they just make mods that are compatible with the base game, and they work in conjunction with the developer team themselves, and they make it so that the mods are updated at the exact same time as the game. So the console version is always going to have those mods available, and they're never going to be incompatible in any way. And they could do the same thing with just implementing those mods into the base game itself. Also on PC. That was the kind of idea that I had, and that would also make things really super cool, in my opinion. I think that would be a lot of fun. Oh, there's actually a mod in development called Brettwalder. Really? Really? Okay, that's actually pretty cool. Okay, that sounds pretty fun. If it's relatively similar to that one, to the previous one. Canyon says Reform is the only streamer who actually acknowledges chat. I don't know about that. I think there are a bunch. I think there are a bunch of people that do it a little bit better than I do, but, well, shall we say a lot better than I do, because I've obviously only been doing this for a little bit of time. Let's face it, I'm pretty new to the whole streaming thing. But yeah, I appreciate the kind words, to be honest, I really do. Kitchen Wench says, be glad he's not spec'd into throwing weapons yet. At least with an arrow to the back we may still be able to return your body to your family. Yeah, you know what? I'm not actually going to be speccing into thrown weapons this time around. But if it was another playthrough, yeah, I mean, you might. It depends, because I might just miss. You know, I might just miss, because that could happen. That very well could happen. Joffrey the Giant says, I had to run to dinner. So glad I came back, and the hammer's still in play. Oh yeah, it is, absolutely. I'm actually very much enjoying using it. I'm just very much wanting to prevent myself from getting killed. That's a bit of the problem with it at the moment. Me getting used to mounted combat. YOLO, hey, it's good to see you again, and welcome to the stream. Yeah, unfortunately you are a little bit late this time around. A little bit late this time, but don't worry, I'm probably going to be back sometime soon again. So yeah. Solomon, hello, welcome to the stream. Nice to see you again. And, yeah, Banner's under goods, because it's so good. That's a good one. Zach says, hey, Reformist, will or have you ever done a playthrough with the Spartan mod for Bannerlord? I think I have. Eagle Rising, isn't it? Is it Eagle Rising? Isn't that the one? I think I have. Did I do 37 episodes on that? I'm actually not entirely sure, but you're gonna have to you have to check that through my playlists. I think I did 37. I think I did 37, but my memory is not that good, so I could be misremembering on that. But Eagle Rising is the one you're talking about, right? I'm way backed up on the chat, so I have no idea what anyone's saying right now. So I will not be able to see your response for a while, unfortunately, Zach. So hopefully it is Eagle Rising, and I got that actually correct. If not, then you know, I'll get to you soon. Don't worry. Yes, hopefully I will be able to at least. Oh, and you said you love your content. Oh, thank you very much. I appreciate that. Thank you. I didn't even see that, but I appreciate that. Thank you. I was just trying to answer your question. Ah, okay. With throwing weapons, they'll never find your corpse. Yeeted off into the sea. Yeah, because the ragdolls are so incredibly fun. Isn't that right, Oreo? Yes. Yes, they are incredibly fun. I love them. Ah, yes. Oh, well. Thin Rizzy says, I would also love to see We Who Are About to Die. I was just watching that video before you went live. Oh, yeah, well, there you go. Don't worry about it. I'm going to get on that. I will get on that. I would love to play it on stream. I think that's going to be super fun. Everyone can say how what a wonderful time I am having making the poor decisions. Making all the poor decisions. Oh, wait a minute. Hello, wait a minute. This is another one of those from that same clan. He's a mercenary leader, or one of the mercenaries from this clan. We should be able to catch up with him relatively quickly, and he's got double the amount of units that we fought before. So this should be pretty easy for us. Or maybe. Maybe it's going to be pretty easy. I'm not entirely sure. Probably not. Does Risa actually... Yeah, she has a crossbow. Maybe she's actually going to be good at ranged damage or something like that. Probably not, right? Yeah, well, let me see if I can catch up a little bit more. Im Zirak also said that they would like to see We Who Are About to Die. Yeah, I'm going to try. I'm going to very much try. Jay says hello, and I say hello to you. Thank you very much for joining us here. Joffrey says, my obsession with this game is having as many children as possible. Goal is an army of grandchildren. Wow, I think, I mean, generally, you could probably do that in Crusader Kings, actually, too. I think Crusader Kings has like a huge, isn't there an achievement or something like that? I think there's an achievement or something like that in Crusader Kings, but I wouldn't know because I'm very, very bad at that game, so don't even quote me on it. Ibrahim says, I started watching you 3 years ago, and this channel is my favorite ever. Hey, that is so incredibly nice of you. Thank you so much. That is really, really nice. Kitchen Wench and Oreo having a wonderful time talking about how badly I'm going to murder them with thrown weapons. Yes, indeed. I mean, it's by mistake, okay? It's by mistake. Completely by mistake. Or it's just because I'm so incredibly confident that you will survive it that, you know, it's just testing your survivability. That's it, you know? It's like getting your, I don't know, your tires checked or something. No, not at all. There is a video actually showing off the dragon on YouTube. Look for a video titled Bannerlord Trial of the Seven Kingdoms, Riding Dragon and Dragon AI. What, Dragon AI? What, they actually attack as well? That could be super fun. Wow, that could be very cool. Yeah, yeah. So if anyone's interested, boom, there you go. You can look for that if you want to. I'm still waiting for Banner Kings to add more diplomacy systems. I think when the dev does that, it'll be a game changer. Do they not have... I mean, maybe you can use diplomacy at the same time. I'm actually not entirely sure if they have updated that. I think someone said that they had, but also it could very well be that maybe there's some conflicts with the two. So maybe it's not going to work, you know, with each other. You know, they might just be incompatible, but who knows? But yeah, I definitely would love to do a series with that. I think that sounds super fun. Let me see. Yeah, look at how long Warband lasted. Native isn't what kept the game alive for so many years. Indeed. Yeah, absolutely. I 100% agree with you. I think Bannerlord lacks some of the roleplay immersion Warband had, even Native. Yeah, I mean, that's the thing. I've said quite a few times now that personally, I do enjoy the base game of Bannerlord. Don't get me wrong. Obviously, I've played for over 1,000 hours or something like that, right? And I do enjoy the game. However, I still would love to see a little bit more in the way of companions that actually give you a wider net, if you know what I mean, like a wider amount of skills available. Because the way it is at the moment, you kind of don't have that. You kind of have random companions, which is absolutely fine. I don't have a problem with that, with random, you know. I think that adds a lot more, you know, sort of organic nature to the whole thing, because obviously you're not always going to have someone that's good at a particular thing. However, in those ways, I would love to see that. I would love to see, for example, the Jeremuses of the world, you know. I would love to see the Artimeners and the Deshavis and all of those, you know, all of those companions. They're very... They're like a big staple. Anyone that played Warband, you know, anyone that played Warband, they're just like, you know what? I'd love to see these kinds of characters. At least for me, personally, I'd love to see static companions that are basically always going to be there, and you can always pick them up. And if you want to pick them up, then you can. And I think that that is something that is missing. But again, they went with the random element, which I think is okay. But as I say, it does make a couple of holes, if you know what I mean. You know, like, for example, I don't have smithing. I don't have a smithing companion, which kind of makes things a bit sad for me. But, you know, that's just how it goes. Let me have a look here. I'm just... wow, you're now on kid number 13. Wow, that is pretty incredible, Abrogator. What's the largest playlist of this game that you have? Says Bane of Night. I actually have no idea. I think I'm probably going to say the... I think the Crusade Carnate series. That's 80? I think? Yeah. Yeah. I think the Crusade Carnate series. That was the second series that I ever made on Bannerlord, and it does use a couple of mods. But as far as I'm aware, it does have 80. I think it does have 80, yeah. I didn't check just now, but I think it has around 80, so I think that is actually the longest. Other series either usually end before we get to that point, or it usually turns into a case of, hey, you know what, I'm probably gonna actually win in the end, and so I just end the series at that point rather than conquering everything, because it's inevitable at that particular moment, and I just decide, you know, it's probably a good time to end it. You know what I mean? I think that generally has a bit more, you know, that makes sense in my opinion, at least. Anyway, there is a caravan ambush. I would like to do this caravan ambush just generally because we are going to be going into battle, and it allows us to get more what is it now? Experience. That's it. Experience. Yeah. So, yeah. Should be the Crusade Carnate one. I always cheat myself young in the game. My children will never be good enough to take over. Oh, really? Wow. Okay. That's kind of harsh. That's kind of harsh. I think that actually maybe needs to be worked on as well, but I think they're actually thinking about doing something on that. They're actually thinking about, you know, changing up the children's system a little bit more. I mean, I think that they did implement that thing where you could, every so often, you could, you know, kind of direct your children into a certain direction. So in other words, you know, kind of like upgrading their certain skills and things like that. And I think that did make a slight difference, but they do take a long time to, well, shall we say, level up, if you know what I mean, age up. And they do take quite a long time to do that, which is a bit sad, to be honest. But I don't know. I guess what could actually happen, I've obviously never had this happen to me, but if you do die of old age, for example, with your character, then what you could actually do is maybe if you have like a younger spouse, then maybe you could take over as that if you're worried about your children not being good enough or something, but I don't know. I mean, as I say, I've never had that situation, so I couldn't possibly comment on it, unfortunately, but it is definitely something that I would like to experience at some point. Oh, nice. Wow, look at that. I actually shot someone with my bow. Can you imagine? And it wasn't an ally this time either. Who would have expected that? Oh, yes. Oh, yeah, I still have super speed, don't I? So I can actually just use that right away. Boom. There we go. That was nice. Nice and easy. Colton says, what up, bro? Keep it up. I will try. I will try. Thank you very much. And there we go. We got some good prisoners as well. And we're going to actually see if there's a manual laborer quest somewhere in the nearby villages. Because there's usually one in some of the iron ore villages most of the time. So I'm going to see if there's maybe something up here that we might be able to get. Or I can actually go and sell that, that noble horse somewhere as well. That might be cool. Oh, wait a minute. Hello. Hakun. Hakun might actually have something. I don't know whether I have enough prisoners, though. I only have 14, which is probably not enough to actually make this work. Ah, it's tools. Oh, well, never mind. I was actually hoping it was a bit different there, but oh, well. Oh, your main died about a month after he got married, so I took over the wife. Oh, so there you go. Yeah, I didn't even see that beforehand. Okay, so you did actually do that. And ever since remarrying, it's been like whack-a-mole with babies. Oh, no. Oh, that's terrible. Polychaser says, hey, hi there. Recently found you playing We Who Are About to Die. Nice content. Thanks for the entertainment. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. And yeah, I'm definitely going to be playing some more of that soon. I definitely would like to try it out on stream as well, because I think that could be a lot of fun to have some interaction there, and we can have people, you know, suggest things that I could potentially do, you know, challenge runs and various things that I could do. Maybe, I don't know, maybe we could actually try, you know, people selecting the match that I do or something like that. I don't know. Something like that might be quite fun. But interactivity would be quite cool there, in my opinion. Any plans on doing a native playthrough now that console is out? I'm actually, Brandon, hey, I'm actually doing one right now. This is actually native right here. This is basically native. The only thing that I have installed right now is best auto-equip mod, which basically just makes it so that I can automatically equip my units with stuff. So it basically just chooses something from my inventory and then immediately equips it. And I don't need to... you know, don't need to fiddle around with my inventory, so I don't have to spend as much time doing that. And apart from that, I have the super speed mod, which you've just seen in action a little bit in the end of that that previous battle, which basically just makes things, again, just a little bit quicker, so I don't have to wait around for the inevitable victory that we're either going to have, or defeat in some cases. And apart from that, I don't have anything else as far as I'm aware. I just have Achievement Unlocker. That's the only other thing that I have installed, thanks to Zero. Zero told me about that. And I decided to get it because I wanted to earn achievements. Because I think it's interesting, you know. I think it's interesting to earn achievements and see what kind of achievements I can actually get while I'm in the sandbox mode. Because I think it's a bit silly, for me personally, I think it's a bit silly that the achievements are disabled in the sandbox mode. Not sure why that would be the case, considering sandbox is just as legitimate as the story mode, but yeah, well, whatever the case, yeah, that's the reason why I have that, and we're just going to upgrade some of our people, because it seems like we might actually be heading into a large fight in just a second. There's actually going to be something going on here. Two armies, Abelitos and Ilatar, they might be going into a battle against each other. Oh, hello, wait a minute, I'd like to actually fight Aureliana myself, if I can actually reach her. I think she's going to make it in. Yeah, she made it in. That's sad. It's because Ilatar was so close to me, unfortunately. I think she probably would have been okay to fight me by herself. But, yeah, that sometimes doesn't happen. Oh, we've got two armies of the Khuzait right here. Okay, hello. They're being a little bit too audacious, I think. This is very strange, actually. Why are they joining themselves? Okay, this is really weird. Wait, did they... Did they actually... Oh, they went into the siege. Oh, I had no idea that they went into the siege. Oh, okay, fine. This actually gives me an opportunity to try out my sledgehammer in an actual siege. And indeed, yes, Kitchen Wench, you are 100% correct. I am playing pretty much native. So, yeah, because I did say in the earlier stages of the streams, I did say that we were, keeping what is it now? Solidarity. That's it. We were keeping solidarity with our console friends and basically playing with as native as we could get it, with the exception of just those few things that don't really affect gameplay that much and just save me time in many of the cases. And just a Nazgul says you can't use Banner Kings and diplomacy together as of right now. Ah, yeah. There we go. That's kind of what I thought, unfortunately, but it would be very cool. As you see, okay, as you say there. The dev from Banner King said he had plans to implement a lot of diplomacy to the mod, or at least some. Yeah, that's going to be super fun. That would be amazing. Abrogator. Abrogator, yes, you are 100% correct about that. You know what I really don't miss about Warband, you say? Inter-companion bickering. I just wanted to take them out back and slap them. Yeah, the main thing that I don't miss so much is when they would want to leave. So, for example, if they got so annoyed at the other companions that they would basically just go, "I want to leave your party. I will leave your party right away." If you don't have enough, what was it now, persuasion? If you don't have enough persuasion, then they're just going to straight up leave, which obviously is fine if they want to do that, but let's just say that it's one of your strongest companions. It's going to be bad. It's going to be bad for them to leave in that fashion. So, yeah, having a good amount of persuasion is definitely going to help with that, but having to do that every, 5 minutes or however much, it can get a little bit annoying. Let's just say that, but obviously that's very much only a problem if you do recruit a huge amount of companions, which I don't necessarily do anymore. I used to do that a lot, but generally I just recruit people that get along now, so I can avoid that. So I can avoid that problem. Anyway, my Sledgehammer actually seems to be doing really nicely, surprisingly enough, as you can see. I can't believe this, to be honest. I actually thought, you know what, is this a joke weapon, I felt maybe it was going to be kind of bad, kind of meme, kind of like a meme weapon or something like that, but no, the Sledgehammer is actually kind of good. So I'm really pleased about that, actually, because I really did think that it was going to be a bit possibly disappointing. I'm not entirely sure why my forces are just standing on the wall here. They apparently have not fixed the AI issue with that. I think that is an issue with them not taking the central area. I think we just haven't taken the central area. That could be the reason why my forces are just standing there, but not sure why that should happen. I don't think that should happen, for me personally. It kind of makes me think I should maybe just tell my forces just to charge in, because I'm basically by myself out here, which is kind of bad. But hopefully we can kind of do a little bit of something here. It seems like my forces are literally still just... As you can see, look at them. What is this? What are these guys doing? Look at them. They're just standing there. Okay, I have no idea what's going on with that. I really have no idea what's going on with that. That is kind of silly, and that is a bit of an understatement. Alright, that's a bit of an understatement. Not entirely sure what's going on with that. Alright, let me just actually scroll down here a little bit so I can get back to the main portion of the chat. Yeah, the Crusade one, the Crusade one has 84. Thank you very much, Oreo, for checking on that for me. Yeah, the Forbury mod. That is something that I very much enjoyed. I thought that was fantastic. Basically allowing huge amounts of banditry and criminality. I thought that was super fun. Okay, let me just... What? This really? This guy is taking me apart right now? Get out of here. Thank you very much. Okay, there we go. Alright, if you manage your kids right, by the time you die and choose your heir, they're way better than the starting character. Well, yeah, they probably are going to be better than the starting character, but it does take quite a while for them to get there, I guess. Oh, Zach, yeah, no problem at all. I'm very pleased that you found that. Does it have 37 videos, though? It's killing me. It's killing me that I have no idea. Is it 37? I don't know. The longest series for Bannerlord is Caravanning Expanded, which is 61. I've just checked it. I think it is actually the Crusade one, though. I think it is the Crusade one. But the Caravanning Expanded is pretty long in itself. I think the Ronin one is also relatively long. I think that one has 57. But there's a bunch. There's a bunch of relatively lengthy series. But what I would recommend, if you are looking for a slightly shorter series to watch, I would highly recommend watching the Trader series. I know I think I say this every single stream, but I think that's one of my favorites. Among the Duelist one as well. Although, to be fair, there's a bunch that I am very much in. I always enjoy pretty much every series that I do. Unless it obviously crashes a huge amount. I mean, that's obviously going to sap a lot of enjoyment in general, but yeah. I very much enjoy the Trader series a lot. I think that was a really, really fun one, but it is very short, obviously. 15 episodes only. But we actually conquered the entirety of Calradia in those 15 episodes, if you can believe it. So yeah. Oh, Eagle Rising has 21. Oh my memory is terrible. I am... Wow. Okay, that's pretty terrible, isn't it? Yeah, that is awful. Oh, awesome. Will this playthrough be coming to a series or stream only? Well, I mean, generally, I do have it as a playlist. So if you want to check it out through the playlist, then you can obviously do that. But generally, this is probably going to be a stream-only series for the most part because it's kind of fun. I don't know. I feel like it's kind of fun. I really enjoy streaming, actually. I'm very much having a whale of a time interacting and chatting with people. But I can definitely understand if you don't like that, if you don't like the stream or anything, then that's absolutely understandable and not a problem because I will be coming out with some additional Bannerlord content sometime in the near future. And I'm thinking about doing maybe like another challenge run or something like that, and maybe it's going to be a bit more modded than this one is at the moment. But yeah, I'm not sure. I had a companion leave and make his own warband, becoming a lord, so I could never get him again. Anyone else ever experienced that in warband? I was really surprised. Wow, okay. That's really, wow, that's really interesting. I have never experienced that, I don't think. That's very cool, though. I feel like that's a super cool little feature. Kind of looks a bit ridiculous running in with basically a stick with a small block of wood on top. Yeah, actually, it does. Yeah, Kitchen Wench, you are 100% correct about that. That is pretty funny. I mean, you can see that. Look at this. I mean, for me personally, I feel like this sledgehammer should be a lot larger. Is it just me? But the head of the weapon should be a lot larger. I don't know. I feel like it should be, at least for me personally. I think that should be a lot bigger. But oh well, that's just me. Yeah. I old though. Fair play. Thanks, man. You're the guy who got me into Mount & Blade from your first Clash of Kings Warband playthrough. I'm thousands of hours into Bannerlord on PC and hundreds on PlayStation 5 now, thanks to you. Hey, that's absolutely fantastic. I love hearing that kind of thing. That is really, really, really cool, and I'm glad that you're having a fun time. And maybe if you don't enjoy the stream, then that's absolutely fine. But yeah, don't worry. We're gonna come back with some other series soon-ish. What about a better bow? Hey, you know what? I think I might want to get a better bow. That is a good idea. Alonzo, you are 100% correct. I should probably do that. But we have just entered into a relatively large fight, and I am actually going to be partaking in this. Let's just have a quick look-see about what I want to do here. I'm probably gonna. I'm not gonna do charge damage reduction, even though that could be kind of useful. But I'm gonna do surging blow instead for athletics, and then we have a charm skill increase as well. Let's actually take a look. Oh yeah, influence gain from battles increased by 30%. This is directly making this so much better for mercenary wages, and that's exactly what I wanted to do. It's actually kind of crazy how charm increases your overall influence gain, because you can see here that I gained 5 influence from winning a tournament. Obviously this is really good early on. If you do become a mercenary, then 5 influence is going to translate into about 1,000 gold, or near, yeah, kind of 1,000 gold, maybe 750, 800, somewhere near there. So that's pretty cool if you get a good deal with your mercenary wages. And then on top of that, when you do battles, you gain 30% more influence too. So pretty cool. I like that. But yeah, Alonzo, I'm going to get a better bow soon when I do get to the next marketplace if I can. Josh says, will you be doing a Prisno series or Pendor series since you did the anniversary? I'm thinking about it, alright? I'm thinking about it. I'm not sure just yet because Pendor usually does take a long time. I would probably be doing Pendor rather than Perisno. I generally prefer Pendor quite a bit. Perisno does have a couple of issues which, you know, I like it, don't get me wrong. I like it, but it does have a couple of issues which I think Pendor doesn't really have that much. So it would be Pendor if I'm doing anything, but I'm not sure about that just yet. That's going to be the answer there, unfortunately. The sound that hammer makes when it slams into a helmet is boop, more like a tink. Well, I don't know actually. I wasn't actually listening, but anytime I can see someone just fall over from getting a smack on the head with a mallet, I think that's very funny. Ioldo says, I'm loving it, and hearing your response to that has made my week. Thank you, man. Good luck in your battle. Glad you're not using Glad you're not using throwing weapons. Yeah, I know. It's one of those, you know, it's one of those times where I think my companions are also very thankful that I'm not using throwing weapons, because let's face it, I'm probably going to hit them with it. I'm probably going to hit them with it. Ryan Reynolds, that is the real Ryan Reynolds, isn't it? It is, absolutely. No, but hey, hello Ryan, and yes, I am using some mods. You can check them out in the description. There's links to them as well. But yeah, as Justin Asgul said, I'm just using some quality of life ones. But yeah, they are in the description if you want to check them. Tampa Evans says, are you crafting your own weapons? Did you craft that sledgehammer? I didn't. I actually bought it. I bought it for 4,700 gold. Can you believe it? This piece of wood was 4,700. I mean, really? It's kind of crazy, right? We might actually have some issues here. Oh, look at that. I actually got a wonderful kill on that elite cataphract and didn't take any damage. I thought I was actually going to die right there. Surprisingly enough. Whoa, we're doing some good damage to these guys. Hilariously enough. Blunt damage apparently is very good, as we know, against heavy armored units, and these cataphracts are exactly the ticket that we wanted to see. Now, I'm very much hoping that my Khuzait Khanate friends are just going to put their horse archers into a charge order. I would love for that to happen, because otherwise it's going to be a little problematic for us. Because if they just send those horse archers in and have them do a charge order where they just go in circles, we will win this in due time. That is literally how it is with the Khuzait. We can just win eventually. It will be an eventual win. It won't be a quick win, but it will definitely be eventual. So it would be wonderful if they could do that, but not sure if they're going to do it. We've got a bunch of Palatine guards on the enemy side as well. They seem to have some very high tier units. I'm a bit worried about that now, actually, but oh well, never mind. But yeah, I am going to be crafting my own weapons eventually, but right now I am not. I have not been using any crafted weapons so far. Mostly what I'm doing with my smithing weapons, I'm crafting them, and then I am smelting them down for discoverability, so gaining additional parts, and I'm basically just trying to creep up very, very slowly to higher tier weapons. That's basically what I'm trying to do. So the discoverability is definitely going to be increased from that, but sometimes, like I have done previously in this stream actually, I did sell some of the weapons because they were actually quite expensive, and I was thinking, oh, okay, that's pretty cool, I like that, you know. If I can sell some stuff for like, I don't know, 7,000, 6,000, somewhere around there, then that's pretty nice, you know. And so that's what I did earlier on. And that gained me about, I think I sold 6 or 7 weapons, so I got, what was it, 35, 40,000 or something like that? Pretty good. Pretty good profit right there. So, yeah. I'm very much enjoying the smithing, actually, which is hilarious, because I said a long time ago, when I first started the series, I don't think I'm going to be doing smithing, because I do not like the stamina system. And yeah, I still don't really like the stamina system. But it does serve a purpose, obviously. It does serve a purpose. It makes it so that you can't just infinitely smelt things and infinitely create things, which obviously is the reason. But for me personally, I feel like the limit should be resources. I think the limit should be resources more than your own stamina, but that's obviously just me. You know, that's obviously just me. I don't know. Maybe that's just my own thought on it, but I know some other people don't really like that. Oh, I knocked that guy. Oh, look at that. I knocked that guy off his horse with my sledgehammer. He must be a, what is it? A croquet ball? What do they use to play croquet? Balls, right? They use little little balls. Yeah, they do use little balls, apparently, I think. Yeah. Anyway, that notwithstanding, let's actually see if I can get a couple more kills, because I did actually level up, surprisingly enough. I'm doing some pretty decent damage with this. Anyway, let me see what else is actually going on in the chat, because apparently we have actually achieved victory here, although, as you can quite clearly tell, the Khuzait are taking a long time to actually eliminate any of these opponents, because they're just all scattered all over the place. And you can see here, the Khuzait are being a bit slow. That is a bit slow, isn't it? They are a bit slow about things. That is, yeah, that is a bit of a symptom of the Khuzait AI. They do tend to not really be that coordinated. They will send themselves in, and then they'll basically just be like, oh yes, I am running around, and I'm chasing after this one fellow, and yeah, they tend to do that quite often. Alright, yeah, let me actually just take out these guys real quick, and then I will read some of the chat, because I am a little bit behind on that. I'm just going to go over here, and we're just going to see what happens. There we go. Oh, look at, let's see, this is what I'm talking about. Look at the Khuzait. They're just literally all over the place. It's hilarious. Okay, hopefully I'm not going to get killed by me standing here. I don't think I see any opponents. Alright, so we're just going to get my cursor over onto the... Okay, that apparently doesn't work. Okay, so I can't scroll. Okay, wonderful. Can't scroll on the chat right now. Oh well, never mind. I'm just going to answer the things that I see on the screen right now then. How come you're up at 3 AM, bro? My excuse is I'm smoking a few joints chilling. Well, my excuse is I'm chilling here with you. That is my excuse. Also, it's quiet. It's very quiet at night. Apart from me, of course, because I'm talking. But, yeah. It is very quiet at night, which is really nice. But yeah, that's generally the reason. Oh, please do not die. This is the first guy that has literally stopped me in my tracks. That is hilarious, isn't it? Okay, Imperial Legionary, take that. I'm currently working through Distinguished Service and forcing the leveled soldiers into being caravans. Oh, that sounds like a fun idea. Yeah, that sounds like a really, really fun idea. They are so incredibly good. If you actually spec them appropriately, they're probably the best you're ever going to get. That's kind of the reason why Distinguished Service is super good too, because it really does make things much easier in creating those kinds of companions that are always going to be somewhat necessary, you know what I mean? It's like... when you're, obviously when you're playing Warband, right? When you're playing Warband or something like that, you want someone that's going to be a medic. So obviously you get Jeremus, right? But obviously in this, you kind of have to rely on the random generation to provide you with a companion that can actually be a medic. And so, yeah, that kind of thing really helps to have Distinguished Service being able to do that. Okay, what is actually going on here right now? What is going on here with my friends here? My Khuzait people are literally kind of like not really doing much. I'm not sure. They're kind of just standing here, not really doing anything, and we're now starting to lose a bunch of people because they're running into Manavliatons, I assume. They're running into those polearm-based units, I assume, and they're probably just getting stopped in their tracks and killed. Yeah, as you can see, there's a whole bunch of them. This is the reason why fighting the Empire is actually kind of harsh later on down the line, because when they have a bunch of these high-tier... Ow. When they have a bunch of these high-tier units, they can really do a number on anyone that is a cavalry-focused army, which of course is what we're fighting with, you know. That's really going to make a huge difference. Can I actually eliminate these guys? Wow, we're taking a lot of casualties right now. We might even have some issues. Maybe not? No, I think we're okay. We've almost eliminated the entirety of the enemy force. So I think I'm actually gonna do something here. I'm gonna just go back real quick. My forces are actually all the way back there. I didn't even tell them to charge in. I probably should have done that, shouldn't I? Oh well, I only have 46. Yeah, I only have 46 on the battlefield. Oh well, never mind. Yeah. Victor, hey! Welcome to the stream. It's nice to see you again. I hope you're doing well. Hope you're feeling a lot better than you were before. I mean, generally you were feeling quite well, but obviously you had your whole surgery thing going on, so I appreciate you, you know, you being here, and I hope you're feeling feeling a lot better, at least. Alright, I think we're probably pretty good. I think we are probably pretty good. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually just going to do super speed. This is what I'm talking about. Super speed generally makes things so much simpler for me specifically, because I could basically just activate this and then my AI friends will just take care of the rest, and then I don't have to chase after all of these little stragglers here and there, and it's just a lot easier. But there you go. Nice. We didn't get a massive amount of renown or anything like that, but I did get quite a few kills, and I did actually level up too. And we've also helped... Oh, should I have actually done this? Should I have helped with the crusade? Well, I think it's actually pretty good, because I am actually now going to be able to... I was actually hoping to take more people prisoner, but apparently I didn't have much luck there. I didn't have much luck there. That's kind of unfortunate. Oh well, never mind. I do have the ability to take some of these guys though and rescue them, so that's nice. All right, not too bad. Anyway, let me actually just have a look here. Okay, I think I am actually kind of caught up. Bring back the throwing weapons. They should be better if they don't want to get hit. Funny. Never let go of that hammer. Can we name it Betty Boop? Actually, you know what? Yeah, sure. Why not? Why not? I mean, as long as we can boop people, that is all that we really desire, is it not? Yes, indeed. Oh yeah, I think I did catch up on basically everything. I don't think anyone else asked me anything, right? Don't think so. Will you be making a new faction this run? Says Abdur. I am actually unsure. I think so, yes, because I don't think I'm going to be staying with the Crusade for the whole time. I actually initially wanted to create my own faction. And so my main plan was to try and get as much money as possible, so that basically when I left the faction, I could pretty much just attract as many vassals as possible, because as far as I'm aware, money is a big motivator for a lot of the vassals. So that's definitely something that I'm wanting to do. Victor, still at rehab, but doing well enough. All right, I'm pleased. I'm pleased to hear that, and hopefully you're on the mend, and you're gonna get out of there soonish, I guess. But yeah. Otherwise, Abrogator says, blunt being good against armor isn't just a game thing. As plate armor started to become available in the 1400s, weapons changed pretty considerably to be more about piercing and smashing. Yeah. I mean, I suppose that is natural to assume that, right? Because obviously, I mean, you know it, but I'm just, you know, agreeing and saying, you know, people are always going to try to design the counter to a particular defensive or offensive measure in equal amounts, I suppose. So if they have plate armor, if someone has plate armor, we're going to look for a way to smash that thing, right? You know, that kind of thing. Anyway, I'm actually going to just sell all of these. I think I'm going to sell all of these just purely for the fact that I want to get more roguery skill, and I'm actually at 51 roguery now, which is pretty nice. And let's see here. Double the amount of betting you can use in tournaments, or a 50% better chance of success with disguise missions. I think I'm probably going to be going for Two-Faced, probably because I want to do some prison breaks later down the line, because prison breaks actually are one of the greatest sources for roguery skill ups. And that's the thing that I would really like to do. So I'm going to take Two-Faced, because even though I have been doing a lot of tournaments, in my opinion, doubling the betting amount isn't actually, I don't know, for me, I don't think it's going to be that useful. But I'm going to take this instead, because 50% better chance of success, I think that's really good. So I'm going to take that. Let's see here. You cause 20% more battle morale penalty with ranged kills while mounted. No, I'm going to be taking the melee kills while mounted, because we're just going to boop all of the people with our wonderful Sledgehammer, of course. And we do have a focus point as well. So I'm going to spec that into athletics. Or into charm skill. What do we want? No, I think athletics is probably something that I'd like, or shall we say prefer. My goal right now is to get Missouri to be the next Khan. I don't know if that's really possible. I think it is. I think what you can do, I think I've seen that kind of thing happen before in some of my execution playthroughs. But Masui is a bit old. You've got to remember that she is old, and I have seen her die from old age sooner than a lot of the others. So generally, if you can, I don't know whether you can actually prevent her from dying from old age, if you can prevent her from entering a lot of battles or something like that. I actually have no idea about that, but I think it is possible to make her into the next Khan. I think that is probably quite possible, or at least I think so. But I don't know. I don't know. Hopefully it will be. I wish you luck, at least, with your quest. Ibrahim says, I think you should take over the Khuzait territory. Yeah, I would like to do that. Just right now, I'm playing with the Khuzait. So, I mean, I could generally leave as a mercenary. I mean, I can very easily leave them because I'm not going to lose anything for that. But at the moment, they've got me a pretty good mercenary contract. I think the mercenary contract is pretty nice. So I'm not going to be doing that just yet, but I will definitely try to. But yeah, I think it is possible to do that, Oreo, so you don't have to... I don't think you have to worry too much about it. I'm missing my own Khuzait playthrough, so now I'm off to play. Have a good evening. Thanks for introducing me to an amazing game series. Change gaming for me for life, bro. You know what? IOLD, though, don't worry. That is super, super nice, and I very much appreciate your support over the years. And I'm just glad that you're having a fun time. That is it. Just really glad that you're having a fun time. And Abdur says, when are we getting another Iceni playthrough? I actually have no idea. It's been a while, hasn't it? The Sturgeon Viking was the last time. So maybe the next time, you know, maybe the next series. Who knows? I'm not entirely sure. But do bear in mind that if we do marry anyone, they're going to die instantly. They're going to die instantly, aren't they? That's probably going to be the case. Anyway. I am probably done. I am probably done for this stream. And yeah, we'll be back sometime soon, or at least I hope so. As I said before, I don't really have a set schedule for streams at the moment. But I am hopeful that I'll be back maybe sometime soon with maybe we who are about to die. Not entirely sure, but I very much appreciate you all joining me and having a fun time in Bannerlord. And we actually got into a wonderful large battle, which was pretty cool. That was actually the first time we got into a large battle with this particular character, and hopefully we'll be able to do a bit more smithing and everything. And yeah, sleep well, and good day, good night, good afternoon, wherever you are, and I'll see you next time.